Good afternoon, live from the Circus Sports at the Main Kentucky Downs studio. I'm Ross Johnston. It's finally draft day in the NFL, with the draft set to begin at 7 p.m. Central in Pittsburgh, as the Las Vegas Raiders are on the clock with the first pick. Jordan Schultz reports that the high trade-up team that many are eyeing is the New Orleans Saints, who have the 8th pick. Schultz also reports that the Browns and Cardinals, who hold the 6th and 3rd pick respectively, are both looking to get out of their trips and trade back, get out of their picks and trade back. The Titans hold the 4th pick tonight and have had many varying reports of who they might take or what they might do. The majority of final mock drafts today have had the Titans drafting Ohio State linebacker Sonny Styles. Lastly, Andy Slater reports that the Falcons defensive end James Pierce Jr. is expected to have all of his charges dismissed under the conditions that he completes a Florida State program that includes therapy and staying out of trouble for 6 months. Attorney Yale Sanford says that victim Rakia Jackson and the police have both agreed to this resolution. For all your foundation repair and your waterproofing needs, visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans of Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
.104.5 The Zone. It is NFL Draft Day. Some technical difficulties as we work through this at Nissan Stadium. Broadcasting live until 6 o'clock. We are less than 4 hours away from the draft broadcast on ESPN tonight. Starts at 7 o'clock. We all know that pick 1 is going to be Fernando Mendoza.
Fernando!
And the draft starts at pick 2. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay. We cannot hear the radio station, so we're not going to do like audio type stuff right now, just to let y'all know, let you in. But we appreciate everybody's hard work to get us going. Ross back at the station, Alan Kirby right here. Moses is here. Happy birthday to Moses.
Mosey Wozy, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Mosey Wozy.
He just turned 30. Can you believe it?
Yeah, absolutely, I can.
Yeah.
Look how young you look. Yeah, I can believe that.
I'm worried about the sweat on your brow.
Yeah, I'm worried about my head. I don't think I'm supposed to be out in the sun like this.
I
Might have to move you back to the wall.
Yeah, I don't think this is good. For my graphs, everybody that I just did the PAI.
People don't know, maybe.
Yeah, for the people at home, I did the PAI, medical.
Yeah.
So I can get rid of close the sunroof up, and I can have a sunroof by choice, not by force. That's what I'm on
there you
right
go.
now, Babs. Yeah.
It should be on your shirt when you're done. I want to put you up against this wall, but this paint looks fresh.
It does.
It's the new Titans blue color.
The immediate reaction when you say paint looks fresh is the people next to the paint touch it.
I know.
Every time.
Yeah, that's
Why is that?
I don't know. Is it fresh, y'all? No, you're good?
No, it's dry. We're good.
So you could go over there. You won't be on camera, but.
I'm going to go over there in a little while.
Okay.
We'll get out of here. But I will tell you one thing.
Yeah.
It's nothing like pulling up to this stadium and seeing the new stadium. Like,
oh, my God.
So I was going to text you guys, but I don't text and drive. But driving home from Circa, Kentucky Downs yesterday, the way that I went, you come right up the horizon and the stadium's in front of you. And Nissan Stadium looks minuscule.
Right.
I mean, just tiny. And it's just, you see the horizon, and it's just this massive, massive new stadium. It is so exciting.
I was thinking when I drove by it yesterday, coming back, I went the other way around downtown. But I like how it's a square structure.
Yeah.
It's not round. Yep. And I haven't thought about that in a while. But I like things to be like have corners and be nice and neat and tidy.
Good Lord. This music is so loud, my butt is vibrating.
Yeah, this is Monster Mash music. I think they think the Wasn't the monster trucks just here?
Is y'all's butts vibrating,
Oh, yeah,
or do I just have like too much cellulite or something? It's just jiggly.
No, I think we all vibrating, Babsy.
No, but
Good Lord.
speaking of butts, you know you're old when you have like a strained muscle in your butt, which is what I'm working with right now.
What did you do?
Strained
Oh, it's
muscle in
probably
your
from
butt?
golf.
That's exactly what it is.
I'll bet it is.
That's exactly what it is.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I like to say I feel great after golf. What was that, yesterday? Day
Yeah.
before? Was it yesterday?
2 days ago.
Oh, okay.
Tuesday.
Felt like yesterday.
No, it was Monday.
Damn.
Time flies.
Yeah, yes it does.
NFL Draft Day. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
People commenting on Kirby trying to work on the broadcast because he's got his butt right in the camera.
Oh my gosh, he does. I didn't even think about that.
Lethal Latin
It's like a
said,
full-on butt shot.
full moon Kirby in the daytime.
Your butt looks good on camera, Kirby.
He can't hear because of the music. Y'all, let us know in the chat, how loud is that music? Can you hear us?
Yeah, that's blast.
That's a question.
Hey, well, this song is better than the other crap they were playing before this. It was like super mellow, and I'm like, it is draft day.
Yeah,
we need to
supposed
get
be
lit.
hyped. Yep.
Hype.
Supposed to be amped up
Let's
out
go.
this thing.
I know we got 4 hours, but let's go.
It's getting close. Getting close.
Ross said the music is very loud.
I mean, what
are
can
we
we
gonna
do
do?
about it? Perhaps this is not the right place to set us up.
Oh, who
Rich.
would do a thing like
Rich.
that, Babsy?
I hope this isn't an indication of maybe an entire day of cluster.
No, I hope by 7 o'clock the cluster is not around.
Yeah, Titans,
I-
don't worry about
I
us.
feel what you're throwing down. Let us be a cluster. You guys have your Shiano together.
Do you know what I currently want?
What?
Trade back and get the Penn State offensive guard, and then
Really?
get a wide receiver late in the first round.
Okay, I don't hate it.
I do.
Slay is anti-trade back.
He doesn't want to give up one of the players.
Nope.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't want to
I
give
get
him
it.
no greatness. We've been down so long.
I can barely hear him. By the way, the music did stop though.
It did. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Yeah, we've been down so long,
It
man.
was
I
my
can't
butt's
do it no more.
vibrating comment that
Can't do
got
it
it
no more.
done. They don't want no vibrating butts on this radio
Travis said-
show.
Savage said, "Hey, move that caboose."
I can't even write fast enough to give all of the bingo
I
card
think it was
things
talking
that you're
about
throwing out
Kirby and
there.
Moses, though.
I'm
So-
also sweating.
So, do you think they stake a pick at 4
Yes.
Yeah.
as we sit here on draft day?
Yeah.
I don't think they necessarily are sold on doing that. I just think the suitors aren't going to be there.
Yeah. I don't. And even if they are,
I don't think
Babsy,
the
I don't wanna-
correct suitor
There you
is
go.
going to be there.
with the
a suitor.
correct.
Compensation
That
package
is. That is.
to get professional.
There
with
you
it.
go. There you go, Babs. You knew what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Yep. I don't think they can get it done like that. I just, man, it ain't often that you should be picking this high, especially back to back. Had an opportunity to grab your number 1 pick, your franchise guy in Cam Ward. You got another opportunity to grab any piece that's going to be a franchise pillar. Like if you go Love, that's a pillar. If you go Styles, pillar. Even Arvell Reese
Or Bailey?
or Bailey.
'cause
Like
one of those guys may be there.
these dudes are going to be here.
One of those guys will be.
Yeah. And they will
Unless
be here
Arizona
for the long
is
haul.
successful in trading back, and whomever the Jets don't take is still there at 3, and somebody trades up to get that guy.
Yeah, but then Jeremiah Love will be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we cool.
That's what he was saying.
Oh, no, I was saying Arvell Reese and David Bailey.
Oh, yeah.
Because one of those guys could be there.
Sorry,
at 4.
I meant one of those are going to be
Yeah.
there.
Shake up of the
Including
draft.
Jeremiah.
Y'all have a shake up of the draft? A pick? Or,
Raiders trade out of 1.
Oh, Lord.
Okay,
you let
that's-
that
I'm just
happen.
kidding.
Yeah,
That's
I was-
just dumb.
yeah, you let
What
that
if that
happen.
happened?
They're going to blow that stadium up because they don't need it no more.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't go back to
I
Oakland.
think
They can go back to
Fernando's
Oakland
going to
without
be an awesome NFL quarterback.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
What a story, man. He goes from, like, no recruit. Like, he was a 2-star.
Yeah.
Couldn't get an offer. They went to, like, 100 camps. Couldn't get an offer. Finally gets an offer. Buried on the depth chart. Transfers to the losingest program in the history of college football. then wins the Heisman National Championship, goes undefeated, goes number 1 in the NFL draft. I mean, just an amazing story.
You know what's funny?
I mean, he was the starting quarterback at Cal the year before.
Mm-hmm. I know, but when he went there,
Yeah.
I mean, that was his only real offer.
No,
yeah.
What's funny about that, though? Babsy could have been intertwined into the same exact story the year before. But Cam Ward and them lost against Syracuse.
It's true.
Could have been the same story.
That's very
Cam
true.
Ward could have went on, win
To
that game against
Miami.
Syracuse,
Yeah.
win the national
Go to the
championship.
college football
He get in
playoff,
their
win the
playoffs, he win the
championship.
Heisman.
Could have been the same thing.
Man, dog, it could have been. Like, that's
that
how
dog, that
finicky it
daggone
is.
Fran Brown.
Man, him and his showers. Just imagine.
The keys.
No, it's that finicky though, man. And so to that point though, like how stories can change, and we've seen it over the years. Guys with gold jackets, we've seen guys that have had failures and been able to bounce back, second chances, third chances. That's why I'm so hell bent on at number 4. You can't miss. You got to take the risk, and it's high reward. Like you go get one of them guys, dude. So I ain't even been on the love train, but I understand the value that a Jeremiah Love would hold in this offense, especially after listening. I thought Bully hit it on the head, dog.
Bully has been great.
He's been on
this
point.
draft.
Like,
Yeah.
dog, like if you can get that out of Cam Scatterboo, what Dabo was able to get out of him, give him Jeremiah Love and a quarterback that he wanted. Man, come on, man. Like, I mean,
If the Titans don't go Jeremiah Love, the talk is the Giants will.
yeah.
And then you'd have
I
the
saw some of that.
combination of Jeremiah Love and Scatterboo
Oh,
with
they don't need that though, y'all.
a second-year
They
quarterback.
don't need that.
They don't need
that's-
that.
Yeah, too much for New York. They don't like they'll divide them. Down here, listen, we don't do that in the South. We don't divide people.
That's
Ain't
right.
no divide and conquer.
We're
I love 'em.
friendly.
Yeah, come
we
on, man.
deserve offensive weapons here
See
in
what
the
I'm
South.
saying?
We're nice to people.
Come on, Babsy. That's all I'm saying. We say hello to
Right?
people. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, we don't even talk bad about you. We say bless your heart instead of talking bad about you.
So do.
Yeah, but
Just
if you hear
give
that,
us some weapons
That's
and
all
a
we
roster.
asking. That's all we asking.
Let's go.
if
That's
you
it, man.
if you hear bless their heart, then something's coming behiing it.
Yeah, you better believe it.
Oh,
his
bless
little
her
heart.
heart. She's an idiot.
Oh, let me ask you a quick question because we're going to pop up to the Titans event here in a little while. But I've got this little Titans wristband thing that, like you do. When you have words on like one of these rubber wristbands, do you face the Titans is written on this wristband? Do I face the Titans toward me or away from me
I always do it out.
so people can see it?
Yeah,
I
'cause
do
you
it
know
out.
Yeah, you know what it is,
Perfect.
y'all.
But it depends if it's like a personal message or
That-
something for yourself. You do it in.
See, Babsy is in there.
Whoa!
Wait
hello.
a minute.
Sound check. Sound
Did somebody
check.
just die?
Sound
That
check.
sounded like something Kirby could pull
Everybody.
off right there.
Kirby's still working. He's getting
working.
us
I
going,
would put
y'all.
I would put the like what Babs said, a tattoo meaning would be facing towards me. But
yeah,
the rubber
it's
band,
something you
yeah.
want to like remind yourself
put
of
it out.
every day or something.
Oh, the tattoo faces. Yeah. 615-737-1045 is the number when we eventually get everything up and running.
Hey, you know how you
can-
asked us about the draft shakeup? My answer is Ty Simpson.
Oh, Ty Simpson. Yeah, Slay's question.
Yes, and that's who I was
He
waiting
could
on.
go-
I think that's the one.
He's there.
That's the one.
Yeah,
He's
there.
going.
Yeah.
Like, would he
That's the
go
one.
if he hadn't heard from a team that they were possibly going
Man,
to take him
I
in the
hate-
first
I
round?
think so.
I hate that part of the draft when they start showing that guy that's going to be there tomorrow.
I know, but
Like
if you
Will
have,
Levis was that guy.
Well, the Levis one was kind of a debacle because
Yeah, we could
you
kinda see
you
that
full
coming
on
too.
expected him to go early. Nobody expects it with Ty, right? Like it could happen, but nobody really expects it. So like he probably has the mentality of I'm gonna go soak this all in. I'm gonna live my best life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna enjoy the experience and all of that. And if I get drafted on the first day, great. And
Yep.
if not, no big deal.
I think that's the one.
But a part of me is like, has a team told him they're coming for him in the first round, and that's why he's definitely there in
Yeah,
person?
I
I mean,
mean,
that makes you think, doesn't
It
it?
does make you think. But it seems like every year there is a guy that goes that doesn't get drafted in the first round.
But not a guy like Ty Simpson that you don't expect necessarily on big boards to definitely go in the first round,
Yeah,
right?
Yep.
Yeah. I think
I mean,
he's gonna
Levis
be,
was expected to go in the first round. Levis fell.
Yeah.
Man.
clearly for good reason.
Yeah, missed on that one.
Should have been like
I
a
did.
third or fourth round.
I
thought he was going to be good.
I thought he was going to be great. I thought he was going to be
I know.
great because of his junior year when
Liam
Cohen
Liam
was
Cohen.
his offensive coordinator at Kentucky. Because of that year, I thought he was going to be great. And then I had heard all these things from Kentucky about how they told him to shut it down. He was so injured his senior year. The offensive line was bad, all of that. And so I was like, that's exactly why he wasn't great. You know, I was duped on that one. I got draft duped.
I think Ty Simpson's going to be good.
You do? See, I'm not necessarily sold on that.
He had so many drops last year. He had no run game.
Yeah, that the end of the season, like heading into the SEC championship, no run support at all.
Will somebody spend one high on them, like top 15? I'm looking at them now. Tampa Bay's, they're good.
Where's
LA.
Arizona?
Who do you
16?
have? Yeah, Arizona. Where are the Rams?
After us,
Arizona needs to come away with him.
the Rams are at 13. The Rams
Yeah.
are at 13. They went and got Stetson Bennett to sit behind Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, but can you see Stafford mentoring Simpson?
Absolutely. Yeah, no question. Yep. I
Similar
think
frames.
he's athletic enough.
Yeah.
I think
Where is
athletic.
Arizona? Arizona 16?
Arizona is third, and then
No.
they are.
They only have one first
Yeah,
round
they only
pick.
got one.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Yep. But you have Miami is at 11. You think they sold on Malik Willis because isn't that a 1-year deal or 2-year deal?
I don't think they're so. Would
I don't
you
think
be
they
sold
sold
on
it.
Malik
Nope.
Willis?
I think it's 2 years and like $34 million or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, okay. So back to Arizona. Yes, they have one pick. Thank you for clearing that up for
So
me.
trade back.
But trade back with the idea that they get him.
Yep. The Giants have 2 picks, 5 and 10.
If they trade back, if Arizona trades back, the Titans certainly will have the opportunity to get Jeremiah Love.
Yeah.
There's so much smoke out there about Love going to Arizona.
Who's
just
with the
don't see it
Jets?
happening.
Who's the quarterback for the Jets?
Gino.
Yeah, it's still Geno. They need a quarterback.
There you go. 16.
Yeah, the Jets have 2.
But Arizona is Jacoby Brissett, right?
Yeah, but
he's
and
holding
he's
out
holding
right
out.
now. Like he's doing the right thing.
Good job, man.
Yeah.
All right. We've
How
been
about
told
if Arizona drafts a quarterback?
Oh, I love it.
Jacoby's like,
I
dang
love
it.
it. I know I should have said.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
Where's Kyler Murray when you need him?
We've been told to take a break, so let's do that and allow Allen Kirby to continue to work and Ross Johnstone to continue to work, and hopefully we'll get the phones up and running soon. This is 3HL broadcasting live from Nissan Stadium. Titans season ticket holder event coming up tonight where they're getting the field ready. They have a huge draft party stage on the field, inflatables, all kinds of things. Clearly they're testing the
Audio system.
yes.
Sounds great.
Yeah. It's butt vibration music.
That's right. Sounds good.
3HL 1045 this is. Tell 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slade, broadcasting live from Nissan Stadium. They're doing mic checks, checking audio for the big draft party coming up tonight at Nissan Stadium. Titans with the 4th overall pick. Do they stay there? If so, who do they take? Who do you want them to take? Is pick number 4 too high economically for a running back?
Yes.
But not that one.
But not that one, Babsy.
The finances look like this. The 4th pick is slotted to receive a 4-year, $48,746,540 contract. So that is an average of $12.2 million per year. Okay? If they take Jeremiah Love, his average salary per year would rank as the 8th highest paid running back in the league. Saquon Barkley is at 20.6, Christian McCaffrey at 19, Derrick Henry at 15. Then you've got Kenneth Walker, 14.35. Breece Hall, 14.293. Jonathan Taylor, 14. And Alvin Kamara just above that number at 12.25. He would be the 8th highest paid running back. If they take an edge rusher, he would be the 34th highest paid player at his position. Does any of that matter to you economically as you put together the roster moving forward?
Not if I got production.
Yeah.
I don't care what it looks like.
It's so hard to find elite playmakers, right?
Yeah, like, no. Give me this, and you automatically make your team better. This isn't a situation where you think you got a guy coming in and individually he's going to grow and be like, this is it. No, he's actually making other guys better by giving a guy like Cam Ward options. That's the biggest thing. I think walking into this situation, how can you make your team better? And outside of that, how do you make your franchise guy better? Your franchise guy on both sides of the ball is Cam Ward and Big Jeff. So you got to, whatever you do with this number 4 pick, if they're not making that guy better, then I don't know what we're doing here.
I totally agree with you on that because, the negatives, like if you just look at it, it's easy to say 4 is too high for a running back.
Yep.
It's just easy to say that.
Yep.
But he's so much more than that. And in terms of what they need, look, they're not a running back away from the Super Bowl, but that would be a foundational piece to go along with Cam Ward as you continue to build, right? So theoretically, you would have those 2 guys for the next at least 4 years.
Together.
And that's my whole thing. Like, what are you building? Like,
and then you can build around
We're
them.
in a rebuild.
Yeah.
So in order to build, you have to go get building blocks. This is a building block. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
It's a foundation one.
Bingo. You know what I'm saying?
At least a foundation for the next 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, like easily.
If he is what you think he is,
Yeah.
then I think he is worth a 4. Because if he is what experts say he can be, right?
Yep.
Then you're looking at him very similar to a Christian McCaffrey, who is at, 19 mil. Very similar to some of those other guys on the list and the impact that they have for their teams.
It's funny. Mike Detillier came on the show. He's in New Orleans. He did the M&D draft report for 3 decades, right? Like, he came on the show and compared him to Reggie Bush, which I thought was an interesting comparison.
Yeah.
And now all day today I've seen comparisons to Reggie Bush.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that up to now except for Detillier.
Today, yeah, exactly. And he is the one guy in the top 5 that has won a Super Bowl in the last 20 years.
That's a mean one right there.
But they were comparing, like, the contact balance, the ability to catch the ball out of the backfield.
Yeah.
And I heard Hitman talking about what Greg Cosell was talking about in terms of the things that you can do.
Yep.
And these defensive guys that played in the league that you've been talking with that all like Jeremiah Love.
Mm-hmm.
Bully loves Jeremiah Love at 4 because from a defensive perspective, he's a piece that you have to game plan for.
Yep.
And he's a different kind of piece in that you could have, and Hitman and Cosell both made this point, you could have Pollard and Love in the backfield, Cam and shotgun, motion Love out into the slot. Then you still have to stay in your run D, but you have a pass option too.
You got trouble.
Well, and
so then you have a linebacker or a safety theoretically on an elite playmaker.
See, and that's exactly, us saying, oh, but he's not like a running back, you just painted the picture.
Yeah.
This is why he's not just another running back.
Yeah.
This is why he's worth a top 5 pick. This is why it's okay that you're going to pay him that kind of money. Why are you looking at my ears?
I love your earrings.
Thank you. Okay.
I just
was
noticed
like, why
them.
are you looking at my ears, dude?
They got footballs.
They're
Well,
footballs.
okay.
They're rhinestone footballs.
To be fair and to not seem as creepy as that just did, you do have headphones on, so I wasn't looking at you.
Yeah. Sorry, that did sound creepy.
Looking at my ears.
Sorry, guys.
No, she's got.
I just
they're
got
little-
really distracted because I was like, why is he staring at like my
Well,
ears
you
with
know
my
what-
headphones on? Yeah.
You know what immediately went through my mind was Ace Ventura when she made the cookies, and he goes, "Oh, they're little footballs."
Yeah.
That's what her earrings are.
They're little footballs. Little rhinestone footballs. It's draft day, baby.
It is. You in it?
I'm in it. I've got my Love Ya Blue football bracelets on that I got from Martha.
Yeah.
Martha. I've got my Titans
seen
thing.
her in
I've
a
got
while.
my Babsy new jersey on. I've got my red rhinestone shoes because now we have red to go with
Sure
this
do.
uni, and I'm happy about it.
Sure do.
We are all in.
So-
anyway, so all that to say, yes, you just painted the exact picture of why he is more than a running back and why it's hard
It's
to make the
justified.
argument that, oh, well, economically, you're paying just a running back this if you're picking him in the top 5.
What is he? 211, 214, and ran a 4.36. He's bigger than Reggie Bush.
I felt like he was 220ish. Yeah. So on the flip, 212. Yep. So let me flip this though.
Flip it. Reverse it.
Reverse it. I knew that was coming.
Yep, we're starting to know each other. Hey, so let's go from that side of the ball to the defensive side of the ball.
Okay.
Because
Talk to me.
it could be a possibility that the defensive guy is taken. If a defensive guy is taken for all the things that we just laid out with Jeremiah Love being able to help Cam Ward and make this team, especially the offensive side of the ball, better, who is that guy that not only makes the defense better but makes Big Jeff better? And so I get a little
there
torn
multiple?
in that. Yeah, so I would think, okay, you got Arvell Reese
Multiple at 4.
at 4. Sonny Styles, those are the 2. And I don't know where to go after that. What's Texas Tech? The DN.
What did you say?
David
I'm sorry. I just
The David Bailey.
David
Yeah.
Bailey. Yeah.
So I'm thinking of if we just like what we laid out offensively, like you get immediate help for Cam Ward in the offense. If you're going defense, you have to go and get immediate help for Big Jeff and the defense. Not the defense, but Big Jeff and the defense. Because if Big Jeff ain't happy, and I'm sure he adapts to whatever it is.
yeah.
I want to make him happy. If I'm, you know what I mean, if I'm in the front office, if I'm the
Now,
coach.
listen, I'll tell you this. For the last 2 years, Big Jeff has said, I don't care who it is, get me help.
Give me
Get
help.
me help. And then even when all those rumors were swirling that he was up on the trade block, that he was an option, all of that, he was super adamant. I want to be here. This is my home. I love it here. I love this franchise, this organization, but they have to get me help. They have to show me, that they want to do this. I need help.
That's to me.
Now, this year, when I asked him about it, who he wanted, now at the Super Bowl, he told us Reuben Bain Jr. Remember?
Yep.
So he was like,
Sure
picked
did.
a guy, somebody to give him help, right?
Yep.
But then later, last week at Rally, he said, honestly, he was like, I've been wrong every year because he said,
Yeah.
get me a defensive guy every year, and they haven't.
Yep.
But he said, I just want the best playmaker on the board. I want the player that's going to make us immediately better.
Yep.
Just give me the best player. Doesn't matter.
So in y'all
so maybe
estimation, who is
he's
that?
and they did some stuff free agency wise to help him.
Yes, they did.
And so
Franklin Myers was huge.
exactly, and so
Great
that could
pickup.
help.
Yep. So if you look at between the guys that could be available, we think David Bailey could be gone, possibility. Arvell Reese for sure gone.
I don't freaking know.
Yeah, okay, well, I'm
Slay.
with you.
I think-
You know what? I'm with you.
Honestly, at
I'm
this
with you.
point, there's so
I'm with
many
you.
mixed
Yep.
reports out there
Yep.
all of a
You're
sudden
right.
that I don't know.
I think
Right.
one of those two guys will be there.
Yes.
So who would you like to see if you had to team up?
I
somebody
think
with
that
him?
I think the Jets are going to take David Bailey because I think that's why they canceled the visit. I think they already knew enough. I saw the GM talking about it, that they went to dinner with him.
With David Bailey?
Yeah, at his workout or whatever. So I feel like they settled in on that and were good with it and didn't need him to come. That's where I am with that. As we all try to look.
You don't think they canceled the visit because they're not interested.
No.
You think because they already they got it. One less trip here because you're going to be coming here on Thursday.
Yeah. And so then does Arizona go Arvell Reese or Jeremiah Love, or do they trade out of the pick and somebody trades up to get Arvell Reese and then Jeremiah Love or Sonny Styles is the pick at 4? This is a fascinating draft, y'all.
That Wasp agrees with you.
Right here. He was
I hit him.
Yeah, you did.
I got him.
Got him up out of here. That's the only thing I'll agree with you on, Yoel, as far as if they trade back. If they trade back, y'all know who I want them to go get?
Who?
Ruben Bain Jr.
Ruben Bain Jr. And then you get your guy.
Then I get my guy. I'm cool right there. That's the only thing I'll agree on the trade back.
Okay.
Other than that,
and then you pencil him.
Man.
Then you pencil him in, and you've got your starting 4 up front on defense.
And guess what?
On the defensive line.
Nasty.
Oh, and they would be nasty.
Ugh.
Although, can I point this out too?
Yeah.
Although I don't see that happening with Ruben Bain, with Big Jeff, with if that were the case.
Right.
But outside of the measurements that I have an issue with Ruben Bain, outside of the off the field stuff that I don't have an issue with because I feel like every single team already knew about it. It's not a big deal.
Right.
This is not a surprise. It would not have affected his draft status that was already in place. There were moments, though, in this season where he just wasn't there. Like, he kind of disappeared. I went back and looked just because I could see him falling and somebody getting a steal on him. Just because of the big pot of crap that is outside of the football, right? And so when I went back and looked, I was like, he disappeared like at chunks during the season where, and maybe it's because teams had to deal with him. I don't know, but to me, that was bothersome for Ruben Bain Jr.
No pushback on that.
Outside of the rest.
Good gosh, bro.
Who is Brian Myers?
I don't know, but if we take him, I think we'll be upset.
Oh, he works for the Titans.
I think they're practicing.
I will say, though.
I heard that about Bain initially in this process, but I haven't heard it lately.
I know, because
that he turned it on in big games.
Exactly.
Because we all
there's
watched
a lot
the
of
playoffs.
other stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go back to.
And then on the outside of it, I had heard that he wasn't a great teammate, and there's some other stuff that was floating around there too. Now, Miami fans will come at you,
no question,
and tell you that you are wrong and that is all BS and it's bunk and it's all made up. But I trust where I got that info from.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it one bit. I do think when you start to see a guy disappear like that, though, you see other people emerge. So Messidor was able to come on because of that also. So I don't know, like schematically. Like, I ain't in the rooms to know what they throwing at him, or who they saying, which way we going to shade, how we going to block. We may just game plan for him, and Messidor gets loose. And then it's what do we do? So I think it was enough for me. Like, dude was a game breaker. In the biggest moments. Now, yes, he did fade. But in some of the biggest moments, he was the biggest.
And that's when everybody was watching. And that's what we all saw. You know what that's when Messidor popped on the film, too. So that – I go back to where I am currently is if you could trade back, get the offensive guard from Penn State, plug him in as a starter right now, get Messidor later in the first round, get a wide receiver at 35, maybe Denzel Boston, and then you've got 2 starters and a rotational player in your first 3 picks.
Man, but do you feel like that puts so much more pressure on Cam Ward, though, if they go get a guard? Like, I feel like that's loading him up. Like, dog, hey.
What do you mean so much more pressure?
Like,
pressure's
you gotta
on.
go. It's
freaking
on. It's
deliver or get out.
Yeah, but I'm with you. I'm with you.
What do you want to coddle him?
No, not at all. But what I am saying though, if you go give him a guard, that means what you're telling him now is you about to make him, all these guys better on the outside that are your weapons.
Yeah, damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to make them better, not. You got Jeremiah Love coming in that's going to help you and give you opportunities to be like
now we're
take a breath.
addressing your protection.
You feel what
so
I'm saying?
Do what you do.
Yeah. Like now, do we know how
But then
great
again,
you can
he's
be?
still
We
got
gotta
2
protect.
fourth-round draft picks as receivers.
Yep.
Or
I think they
fourth-round elite
outperformed
round.
that round.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But they're rotational receivers.
Yep.
It's not like, okay.
Could
they
surprise us and not be rotational
Well,
receivers?
I think you're going to see DK on the outside this year, so
Yeah.
we'll see what that
Which
looks like.
Cosell likes, right?
Yeah, he does.
Calvin really might surprise us.
In what way?
Be healthy and consistent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Only in that way.
if they-
Everything else, speed and all
That
that,
wouldn't
I'm cool
surprise
with.
me.
Yeah, it wouldn't
That
surprise
wouldn't
you. Okay.
surprise me,
Okay.
no.
All right. Okay.
If they stay at
That's
4,
what I'm expecting
Yeah.
from him.
Okay.
If they stay at 4, I want Love, Jeremiah Love.
Yeah. Who was our other receiver that we went and got? Didn't we go get somebody? What was it
Wandale
for the Giants?
Robinson.
Yeah,
Wandale
slot.
Slot guy.
So you automatically shift everybody else down.
And
Cool.
you're automatically better going to get him.
Yeah.
I mean, not that
So that's
it's
why-
saying a
so
ton,
let's go
but
back to
you
it.
are.
Damn, you add him with Love.
And add, yep. Then you got a slot receiver who knows
you
what
got
he's
tight
doing.
ends that are foolish.
You got tight ends that the ceiling is pretty high.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm coming around.
But then again, it's the thing that we don't talk about, that
O-line.
offensive line
That
and that
O-line.
protection, because you can't do a whole
O-line.
lot if Cam doesn't have time.
Maybe they love Jackson Slater and just hadn't told anybody.
Well, I sure as hell hope so.
We'll take a break on that. We come back, more 3HO. It is NFL Draft Day. We've been told that we're going to try a fix during the break, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. 3HO 104.5 The Zone.
See, okay. No.
Somebody be fired.
This is the kind of crap.
Somebody's going home. If that ever happens.
You know
trade
I
back
like
and
that
trade
fun with
back.
things.
I know, and you know it drives me nuts.
Trade back.
You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
What a day. Final mock drafts. Big shout out to A to Z Sports for putting all these in here. Matt Miller. These are all of the final mock drafts that they compiled that have the Titans pick at 4, okay? Mm-hmm. Matt Miller, Jeremiah Love. Rich Eisen, Jeremiah Love. Peter Schrager, Sonny Styles. Daniel Jeremiah, Sonny Styles. Field Yates, Sonny Styles. Lance Zerline, Sonny Styles. Bucky Brooks, Sonny Styles.
Wow.
Todd McShay, Sonny Styles.
Whoa.
Albert Breer, Arvell Reese, Dane Brugler, David Bailey.
Okay.
hold
Sonny
on.
Styles took a massive jump.
Man, what? So I wrote that down. Sonny Styles with 6.
6 out of 10.
Yeah. And Jeremiah Love only 2.
2 out of 10.
That's kind of crazy.
1 for Reese and 1 for Bailey.
And 1 for Bailey. Well, if you look at the one Jim Wyatt did, it was overwhelming
Jeremiah Love.
in favor of Jeremiah Love.
Jeremiah Love, yeah.
I mean, it ain't even a question.
I mean, I could totally see the Titans putting out the smoke screen that they were going to take Jeremiah Love.
And go get a D.
I mean, it started at the combine.
Sure did. If he did that, and it works. That's the other part. It's going to have to work out.
Yeah.
So if they were doing that, it would only make sense, though, if they were trying to get the Titans to jump to 3, right? To get Jeremiah Love.
Who, Arizona?
Yeah, like if I'm Arizona, the only way somebody's going to move up there is to get an edge rusher, I think. So wouldn't you put out there that you're going to take one of the edge rushers?
Yeah.
It might be hard to sell that because you don't know what the Jets are doing. They've done a good job of keeping it. I think they take Bailey, but they've done a really good job of keeping that in-house.
Well, for a long time it was Arvell Reese, and it was done. You know?
Yeah.
He's been the quietest name for me. As of late, Arvell Reese. Maybe because I guess top 2 is done deal, but I ain't heard a lot about him.
Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel will miss day 3 of the draft Saturday to go to counseling, per Mike Reese of ESPN.
Is the most bizarre story.
It's so bizarre now.
No.
Like those pictures. So new pictures, if you missed it, Mike Vrabel, Diana Rossini, she resigned. There is now, it is 100% sure, basically. There were more pictures from Arizona where it was just them having breakfast together. There was not a big group there. And now more pictures have come out of them at a bar kissing at one point.
In
And
New
that
York
was
City.
from 2020.
2020 when he was head coach of the Titans.
In New York City.
That was COVID. Right before COVID, right?
So again,
Yeah.
from his perspective,
And then she had a baby in 2021 and named it Michael.
yeah,
Fond of that name.
Like, the whole thing is so bizarre. And
so now
also,
Michael's dad has that the rest of his life.
right.
Constant reminder.
Also, why is he gone for day 3 of the draft? Now, listen, from what I hear, Mike Vrabel likes to get his little paws in draft picks.
We've seen that.
We've seen it. We saw it here. And so maybe it's a good thing for the Patriots
Yep.
that he's not going to be there on day 3 to put his paws in and tell them to take who he wants to
Yeah,
take.
and I think it's
Because that
important
did
to-
not work out well with the
I think it's
Titans.
important to make that point now is that a lot of people just blame J-Rob on draft picks, but
Yeah.
Mike Vrabel was involved in some of those.
Yes, exactly.
and-
And some of the misses.
Yes.
From
This is
what I hear.
This is what he told ESPN. As I said Tuesday, I promised my family, this organization and the team, that I was going to give them the best version of me that I can possibly give them. In order to do so, I've committed to seeking counseling starting this weekend. This is something that I've given a lot of thought to, and it's something I would advise a player to do if I was counseling them. I've always wanted to lead by example, and I believe this is what I have to do to be the best husband, father, coach that I can possibly be. This is not an easy thing for me to admit, but it is one that I know will make me a better person. I appreciate the support that everyone has given me, and I promise a stronger resolve as a result. as a result. Vrabel does plan to be with his family this weekend outside of Massachusetts, but will reportedly be in contact with the team on Saturday.
Good for him.
The whole thing is bizarre. Also, you can't wait to go to counseling till Monday.
No.
I mean, you just had an affair allegedly for 5 years. I'm pretty sure one day can wait.
You got to be back. You got to be back.
Well, it's
back in the office.
the interesting part of the thing is that
Right?
yes, that he's going to miss a draft day.
Yeah.
That's because like people's personal lives are their personal lives. From a Rossini perspective, it's different because she is an NFL insider and
Right.
and she
Well,
had
not
access to information, from that. So that's a different layer to the story. But I don't think there's any way Mike Vrabel gets fired. Like, you know what I mean?
No.
And it's interesting too because Robert Kraft, the owner of the Patriots, went through a bunch of stuff.
I mean,
So
that would be an interesting
If he did
choice
fire
to
him, that would-
fire his head coach after all the massage parlors that went on in his world.
Yeah, so the Vrabel
handpicked.
part is, his personal life or whatever, but now he's going to miss a draft day. That surprises me that he would do that.
I think it's weird, and I wonder. Well, that came out before the pictures came out, right?
I don't know.
I think so. I think that came out like early this morning that he was going to miss, and then the pictures came out. So I wonder if it was kind of like a try and get ahead of it before these new pictures came out that showed that they had a relationship all the way back in 2020.
Our thermometer reads 108.8 as we sit here in the sun at
Like,
Nissan Stadium.
It's so miserable.
We've got 2 hours left, and then we head inside to consume
You all right,
the
Slay?
NFL draft. Yeah,
Like this is
jersey off.
almost crazy. Heat.
You going to lose the tank top too? at
I'll
some
lose
point?
these pants if they keep it up. That's how hot it is.
All right, 4 o'clock hour is code up. If you want to communicate with the show, unfortunately the phones are down right now. We're going to try again during the break to get that up and running. But you can watch the show live and communicate there. YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
More 3HL as we broadcast live from Nissan Stadium. It is NFL Draft Day on 104.5 The Zone.
Good afternoon, live from the Circus Sports at the Mint Kentucky Downs studio. I'm Ross Johnston. It's finally draft day in the NFL with the draft set to begin here in about 3 hours in Pittsburgh. The Raiders are on the clock with the first pick. Jordan Schultz reports that the high trade-up team that many are eyeing is the Saints, who have the 8th pick. Schultz also reports that the Browns and Cardinals, who hold the 6th and 3rd pick respectively, are both looking to get out of their picks and trade back. The Titans hold the 4th pick tonight and have had many varying reports of who they might take or what they might do. The majority of final mock drafts today have had the Titans drafting Ohio State linebacker Sonny Styles. Lastly, Andy Slater reports that Falcons defensive end James Pierce Jr. is expected to have all charges dismissed under the conditions that he completes a Florida State program that includes therapy and staying out of trouble for 6 months. Attorney Yale Sanford says that victim Rakia Jackson and the police agreed to this resolution. For all your foundation repair and your waterproofing needs, visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans of Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
You want to talk about the draft?
Yeah.
It's coming up. 2 days away. Justin Mello, Justin M_NFL, is with us now. NFL Draft on Sports Illustrated. Has a book called Titans of the South. We've read through that. Great work, Justin, on the front end. Very, very well done, man.
I appreciate the kind words, Brent. It's, last week we gave away like a special illustrated player trading card, so it went over really well. Titans of the South. People don't have it. I think it's a must-have for a Tennessee Titans fan.
I love it. So we were just talking about, Zeph went on this major rant about how much he hates all the rumors at this time of year.
I mean, kind of lost his mind. I'm not going to lie.
So what's the most believable thing here? And I'll give you some scenarios. So the Jets forever, Arvell Reese, right? David Bailey, perhaps, or the Miami offensive tackle at 3. Now it looks like Jeremiah Love is rumored to go at 3. Titans forever with Jeremiah Love. Now people are saying, no, it's not Jeremiah Love at 4. What is the most believable thing that you've heard lately?
Well, I certainly think the New York Jets, I mean, we all know they're going to be choosing between Arvell Reese and David Bailey at number 2. It felt like it was Arvell Reese early, and this is the funny thing, right, about insider season. The pendulum swung to David Bailey about a week ago. Now it's swinging back to Arvell Reese, it seems. He's once again favorite at number 2 overall. The Arizona Cardinals are the real wild card, I think, at number 3. And obviously, whatever they do is going to have a drastic impact on the Tennessee Titans at number 4. My heart tells me that I have a really hard time believing they would actually take Jeremiah Love at number 3. Now, you look at their running back room. Mind you, none of these are long-term commitments, but they restructured James Conner's contract and kept him around. They signed Tyler Algier to a 2-year deal in free agency. I think he's a very serviceable back who deserves, more reps than he was getting, of course, behind Bijan Robinson. And they've also got Trey Benson, who they drafted in I believe, the 2nd round just a couple of years ago. So that's a pretty loaded room. And when you look at their general manager, Monty Ossenfort, who, by the way, was here in Tennessee for a long. Yeah, we know well from his time here in Tennessee. Since he's been in Arizona, he's targeted premium positions at the top. They took Marvin Harrison Jr., of course, a wide receiver. They maneuvered the board. They took Paris Johnson, a left tackle. They took Darius Robinson, an edge rusher. Those have been his first-round picks. I have a hard time believing that Monty Ossenfort wants to take a running back at number 3 overall. Now, here is what I have an easy time believing, unfortunately. That owner is known to be a little chaotic, and I'm watching what I say a little bit, but he's certainly a meddler, certainly gets described as a meddler. So for whatever reason, if he's infatuated with Jeremiah Love, Monty Ossenfort answers to him, not the other way around. So as much as I want to say I'm having a really hard time believing that one, I do think the unpredictable nature of that owner means anything is possible.
I kind of want you to go deeper into that, but that's all right. That's all right. We'll let you slide with the I'm careful with what I say. Okay, you did put out a draft sleeper, 7 draft sleepers, because it's interesting with this group of draft prospects. You know, there's a lot of talk, hey, there is a premium on your picks for next year because the thought is that is a much deeper, more talented, especially at the top first round draft than it is this year. But there are some sleepers, maybe might surprise you. And one of them that you put out has been tied, in later rounds to the Titans in a Chris Johnson, not the Chris Johnson that we all know as Titans fans, but a corner at San Diego State. Who is maybe one of your favorite sleepers that you wrote about today?
Yeah, with Chris Johnson, I decided to include him in that article, higher than you think, because I think the general public seems to think that he's probably a second-round pick, and I think it's very possible that he's going to sneak into the first round. There are a couple teams that really like him. The Dallas Cowboys, if they don't get a defensive back at 12, and of course, they've been rumored to trade up, but if they keep their picks 12 and 20, I think Chris Johnson's very much in play for them at 20 specifically. The Seattle Seahawks, if they stay in the first round, they're another team that's looking to trade down. They've only got 4 picks in this draft. And with them having that final pick of the night at 32, they're expecting to get some interest in that pick. But if they stay put, I'm fairly confident that cornerback is probably the route they're going to go. So I think, I look at Cowboys at 20, I look at Seahawks at 32. I think there's a great chance that Chris Johnson, sneaks into the first. Traden Stukes included in that article as well, the corner out of Arizona, who, by the way, had a top 30 visit with the Tennessee Titans. They brought him to the facility. So they've shown a good amount of interest in him. The buzz on Traden Stukes lately is that he's not getting out of the second round. He might go within the first 10 picks of that second round. I mean, teams are infatuated with him. This is a kid who's a former walk-on who worked his way to, earning a scholarship, became a team captain, and just displayed just an incredible amount of leadership qualities. He's got really good ball skills, too. Ball production from the big nickel spot has been present for him. So 2 of the players, I think, included in that article that probably deserve more buzz. And Deshaun Stribling, too, the receiver I wrote about at Ole Miss, who, by the way, was at Washington State with Cam Ward as a really young player. I asked him about their time together. He gave me a great answer. He said, I was really young. I was kind of quiet, kind of shy. Didn't get a lot of reps with Cam Ward, when I was there. But it was pretty obvious that he was going to be special. I wish I got more time with him as my quarterback. Maybe that's one to watch as we head into draft weekend.
Yeah, Stribling the other day. We have Greg Cosell on every week, Justin, and he loves Stribling.
Second-round pick. I mean, the buzz is undeniable on this kid right now. I think when this draft process started, everyone was telling you, well, he's going to be an exciting mid-round pick. No, he's going to be a second-round pick, from what I've gathered. I mean, he was at Oklahoma State in 2024, put up nearly 900 receiving yards, goes to Ole Miss this past year, repeats that effort, close to 900 receiving yards again, 12 touchdowns. What are we missing on him? He checks the production box. Size, he's 6'2", 207, check. Well, is he fast? He ran a 4.36 at the NFL Combine. When you are that big, that fast, and you've been that productive at programs like Oklahoma State and Ole Miss, spoiler alert, those kids don't last very long on draft weekend.
So what do you think ends up happening? So obviously from a Titan perspective, which is where we start everything, it's really a number 3 pick because Mendoza's going number 1, right? So if the Jets theoretically will take Bailey or Reese, Arizona have no idea what they're gonna do. Forever it seemed like the Miami offensive tackle perhaps. So if that happens, then the Titans are sitting there with Love, Styles, Bailey, or Reese on the board. What do you do?
I tend to think it's funny. Like, I hate to give this answer because I feel like you could convince me of any of those scenarios.
Same.
And that's what's sort of interesting, right, about this
exactly.
draft. There's an unpredictable nature to it. I tend to lean that if one of those pass rushers makes it there, they're probably going to go that route. Number one, it checks the positional value box, right? Everyone loves taking quarterbacks, offensive tackles, and edge rushers in the top 5. If they have an opportunity to take one of those pass rushers in the top 5, with the defensive-minded head coach that they hired, I still lean that they'll do that. If Bailey or Reese are there, is it straightforward? No, because of the other scenarios that you just posed. I think Jeremiah Love is a better overall player, a better overall prospect than the two pass rushers are. I think Jeremiah Love, as much as we talk about the devalued nature of taking a running back there, I think it invests in Cam Ward. It invests in the franchise quarterback you took number 1 overall a year ago. So you can certainly convince me that. And if the pass rushers are off the board, by the way, and they go 2-3, I do think they're going to take Jeremiah Love, and that's the prediction I have. If Bailey and Reese aren't there, the one wrench, with the Sonny Styles thing, the one caveat there, and by the way, I find it hilarious. If you've been following the insider breadcrumbs, you can find someone this week, you can find 2 or 3 people who will tell you they love Sonny Styles and they might take him at number 4. You can find others who tell you there's no way they're going to take Sonny Styles at number 4. That might be the craziest scenario we've heard with the Titans this week, is how the pendulum can swing in either direction with Sonny Styles. I tend to think you don't take a linebacker there at number 4. The one thing that gives me pause is the defensive-minded head coach and how much he loves coaching linebackers, right? That's how he got his start in this league, was as a linebackers position coach, essentially. When he reached that level, he was, QC. He had a couple lower-level jobs, but when he got his first big break, it was as a linebacker position coach, and he's coached Fred Warner, and he's coached Azeez Al-Shire, and he's coached Quincy Williams, and they can maybe that means take a linebacker later. He's developed those guys. You don't have to take one early, but the fact that he loves the position so much and has so much ability to take a guy and develop him into an elite player, I think if the edge rushers are off the board, maybe Sonny Styles is the surprise there. But I'm of the opinion if the edge rushers aren't there, it should be Jeremiah Love.
Justin Mello with us at JustinM_NFL. All right, let me give you another hypothetical scenario. Let's say the Cowboys do trade up with the Titans, and the Titans end up with 12-20, and at 12 they get their starting right guard, Vega Ioane from Penn State. Do you like him?
I mean, he's plug and play. I mean, he's a legitimate, a legitimate people mover, right? Like the amount of power that he displaces defensive linemen, moves people point A to point B. He's one of the easiest evaluations in this entire draft.
I mean, to me, so Slay and Bab started talking about trading back, and at first I was like, I don't want to pass up one of the guys at 4, but then I started messing around with some of these mock draft simulator things, and if they end up with 3 of the top 35 picks, you could conceivably end up with 2 starters and a rotational player, just like that. And they have so many holes. I mean, how do you handle this? Would you try to trade back, Justin?
It's interesting because if anyone is trading up for number 4, what that tells me, I don't think anybody is doing that unless it's for one of the pass rushers. Mm-hmm. I think it would be Arvell Reese or David Bailey. No one's coming up, I don't think, for a linebacker, a running back, a safety. That would shock me, right? Like, stranger things have happened, but that would shock me. So if someone's coming up for a pass rusher, unless the offer blows the Titans away, I'd be a little surprised that they'd be willing to pass on the pass rusher, right? Because if one thing is true, then the other thing is true, right? Someone's trading up, it's for an edge rusher. Will the Titans not just take that edge rusher themselves at number 4? I guess it depends on the level of the offer. I will say, certainly you can justify it because of how many holes they have. You just talked about getting a plug-and-play guard at number 12. Well, if the Cowboys also give them 20, then they can take an edge rusher or a wide receiver there, right? Mm-hmm. And then when they come back at 35, they could take an edge rusher, a wide receiver, a linebacker, a cornerback. They'd be able to fill a ton of holes, with those 3 spots. But I certainly have a bit of a hesitancy and say, okay, if they're going down to 12, you're not getting Arvell Reese, you're not getting David Bailey, you're not getting Jeremiah Love, you're not getting Carnell Tate, you're not getting Sonny Styles, you're not getting Reuben Bain, and I don't think you're getting Caleb Downs either. Mm-hmm. I take all of those options off the board. How comfortable are you? Yeah. Saying that, okay, they're not getting one of these blue chip talents. Is getting, that 20th pick and getting another bite at the apple, another swing, another dart throw, whatever you call it, Is that worth it? I mean, maybe you're getting another top 20 player on your board at another position of need. That's the decision the Titans will have to make if they have an adequate trade offer when they come on the clock at number 4.
And that's where Slay is. He's like, I don't want to miss.
He doesn't want to miss one of those guys, which I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. But I've made up my mind in my head that if I did this, that I would end up with the plug-and-play guard from Penn State, Akeem Mesidor from Miami, and maybe Denzel Boston at wide receiver at 35. And then I'll be good.
It's a pretty good haul, right? At 20, you could get one of the receivers at 20, maybe Omar Cooper or KC Concepcion, and you could get the edge rusher at 35. Zion Young, Malachi Lawrence, TJ Parker, Clemson. You're going to get a couple guys going in that range.
Where are you on Jordan Tyson?
Let someone else find out. That's my.
That's kind of where we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm maybe I watched a lot of Jeff Fisher.
NFL Draft Day is an adventure for us. Apologies for the technical difficulties. Kirby is working his butt off. So is Ross, and we really appreciate that. Appreciate you guys for hanging with us. We do think we have it fixed now, so hopefully we'll have Greg Cosell when we come back. When you start noticing cracks in the walls, uneven floors, or driveways sinking and separating, it's more than a home issue. It's a peace of mind issue. That's why who you choose for foundation repair and concrete leveling really matters. USSTN.com. You can trust USS, United Structural Systems, because they've been doing this the right way since 1994 right here in Tennessee. USS doesn't believe in quick fixes or scare tactics. They take the time to inspect, explain what's happening, and walk you through real proven solutions that are built to last. Whether your home needs foundation stabilization, crawl space repair, or concrete leveling for sinking sidewalks, patios, or driveways, USS uses engineered systems designed for long-term performance, not temporary patches. With decades of experience and thousands of homes repaired, you can trust United Structural Systems is here today and here to stay. Learn more or schedule your inspection at USSTN.com. United Structural Systems, committed to our customers, invested in what matters most. We are USS. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Britt Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slade broadcasting live from Nissan Stadium. NFL Draft is about 2.5 hours away. We're looking forward to it. I know you guys are as well. Greg Cosell joins us now live from NFL Films and NFL Matchup at Greg Cosell on X. Greg, what's up? How are you?
What's up, guys?
It's good to hear from you, man. Let's get one last film review of the potential players at 4, and let's start with Arvell Reese. What does the film show you?
Yeah, it's funny. I've been last couple of days. I've sort of revisited some of the top guys, just to, some of them I did before the combine. And I got to tell you, I was more impressed with Reese revisiting him than I was even before, and I really liked him before. He's so good, whether you want to play him as a stack backer, whether you want to put him on the edge and have him rush the quarterback. I think he's a really high-level prospect. To me, I would say to me, he's probably the best defensive prospect in the draft.
Oh, that's saying something. There you go, Cosell. I like that. I keep hearing that he might be more of a developmental guy, whereas some of these other guys may be a little more ready from the jump. Do you see that?
Well, the right answer to that is he's 20 years old.
Right.
Very few, and I'm saying like a ridiculously small percentage truly come into the NFL ready. Now, that doesn't mean you can't contribute as a rookie or even start as a rookie, but very few are truly ready because the games are so different. And you're now playing, with and against grown men, which you're not in college football. Keep in mind he's 20, and this, he's explosive in two ways. He's powerfully explosive and he's athletically explosive. Those are two different things. But as I said, I ended up watching, when all was said and done, I probably watched about 10 Ohio State games. And he's a very, very impressive athlete.
Okay, let me ask you this, Cosell, because a lot of people or there are a lot of reports out there or talkings out there that, maybe he doesn't necessarily fit what Robert Saleh likes to do defensively, or his skill set maybe doesn't fit. What would you say to that?
I would disagree with that 1,000%. My guess is that in Robert Saleh's defense, in an ideal world, depending who they had on the edge, they might see him, and I'm only guessing here, guys, so I don't want people to think that they would probably see him as a stacked backer to start, and then work him as a pass rusher, because I think as he matures and develops, and my guess is he could probably gain 10, 12 pounds, as I said, he's only 20, he can become a really dominant, explosive edge pass rusher as well, and even a player that on third down you can move around and have him be a stand-up joker and rush inside against guards and centers. But I think if he were the pick at 4, if he's there, my sense is they would see him as a stacked linebacker. And keep one thing in mind. One thing I noticed with him and with Sonny Styles, and I'm sure this was because Matt Patricia was the D coordinator for Ohio State, is both those players had a really good feel as underneath zone defenders. And that's very, very important in the Robert Saleh defense, because it's kind of a static defense where you're underneath, where your linebackers and your second level players have to be really good zone defenders.
Cosell, give me a breakdown of what a team would be getting in Rueben Bain Jr., because I'm circling back around. This is where I started the draft, and since this is the last day.
What, you think he's going to go 4, Slade?
No, not 4, but I think if somebody trades back, what kind of steal would they get in Rueben Bain outside of the arms and all the other little shenanigans that's going on with him?
And as I think I've told you guys, and I know I've told others, I have no idea how to deal with the arm length. Some people say it's important and others will say it's not. Right. So I don't know where to go with that. All I know is he's another guy that I rewatched, and another player that the more I watched, the more I liked. He's powerful. He's explosive. Well, he's not truly bendy. He's got enough bend that he can win that way as an edge pass rusher. Because he's always had shorter arms, obviously, he really knows how to initiate contact and then play off contact, and he's exceedingly strong. Obviously he doesn't have great length either with his arms or with his height, so he's a little bit sawed off. But I think he's a really good prospect, and you just really like the way he plays. So, again, I don't know what to do with the arm length. I'm sure there are some teams that feel like that'll be an issue, and there'll be other teams that won't.
Sawed off.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, like his arms are sawed off.
So, what about the thought that he had some games where it looked like he might have taken games off, so to speak? Did you see that in your evaluation? Because in those big games at the end of the season, you could not help but watch him on almost every play.
No question. That's something I never know how to respond to, because if you're going to say it's really a knock on a player to say, gee, he's not playing hard. So, I never go there, unless it's blatantly obvious, and rarely is it blatantly obvious, because that's an easy, it's funny. People like to say that when a guy, just like they say things like, well, he disappeared. You got to watch every play. Sometimes a guy doesn't make the plays, but he still, was impacted the play, even though he didn't make it. So sometimes defensive players, depending on the position, can go through lengthy periods in games where they don't make a play and get on the stat sheet, but they're still impacting the game. So that's something that, to me, is more often than not a lot of BS.
Well, we talked about Arvell. We talked about Arvell Reese. Let's talk about David Bailey. What do you see there with Bailey at edge rush?
Well, I would say this, just as a pure edge pass rusher, he's probably as good as there is in this draft. That's what he is. He's very reminiscent to me of someone like Nick Bonito with the Broncos, who's obviously, turned out to be a big-time pass rusher in the league. Didn't come in the league that way, and in fact didn't play a lot as a rookie. And sometimes that happens. That's my point. Is when you draft high, and obviously Bonito wasn't a high pick, but whoever the Titans take it for, I would assume they're expecting, and the fan base would be expecting, that player is a meaningful contributor as a rookie, that he's playing a lot. Now, again, does it mean he has to be an all-pro as a rookie? No, but you don't want to draft someone at 4 who's going to play 12 snaps a game.
Right.
So, the one thing about Bailey is he's a very good pass rusher. He has a lot of tools in his pass rush toolbox. He's probably more refined than most as a pass rusher for a young player. So, he's a pure, though, defensive end. He's not a linebacker. He's not a stacked linebacker. He's a pure edge player.
Right, so he would go defensive end, and then the Titans are theoretically set if they end up with him with their starting 4.
Well, you would assume right now that, and I don't know who that defensive end would be, but the 3 would be Jermaine Johnson, Big Jeff, and Franklin Myers. So now who's the defensive end that's opposite Jermaine Johnson?
Right, so if they draft Bailey, then that might be him, right?
The ideal world would be that it would be him. Now, the question is, can he hold up initially against the run? That would be the main question. Right. Or would someone else have to play on base downs and he would, end up being a pass rusher? So
would Femi Oladejo fit that in this new 4-3 scheme, do you think, with his hand in the ground?
Yes, I think that physically he can handle that. And by the way, I think he can develop into a really good pass rusher. And, just like people say you never have enough, at certain positions, you never have enough. They say you never have enough corners. You never have enough pass rushers either. So, because usually pass rushers don't play every single snap.
Greg Cosell with us from NFL Films, NFL Matchup. We are so blessed to have him on draft day, a couple hours before the draft.
Okay, number 4 overall, and the Tennessee Titans pick somebody to help out their quarterback Cam Ward and Jeremiah Love. Cosell, our phones have gone crazy this week about some people saying that's taking a running back too high, and others who are saying don't even think about passing on him if he's there. What does the film show us?
Well, that's another argument that, again, that's just, you're not going to change people's point of view on that. So I'm not going to get into that debate about whether you're taking a running back. You have to look at each draft as it is. It's not a quarterback draft. So there will be players. A lot of people would say don't take a stacked linebacker high, and that's Sonny Styles. But you know what? He's going to go pretty high. Love is an offensive weapon. He's a player that can take it to the house anytime he touches the ball. Obviously, he's a running back, but you can also detach him from the formation as a receiver. He's very, very good at that. So, I'm not, philosophically opposed to doing that. I know there are people who believe that you simply don't take a running back. I would guarantee on people's pretty much every team's board this year, that's all we're talking about, that Jeremiah Love is a top 5 player. In fact, it would not surprise me if on some people's boards, he's the number 1 player on their board. So the question is, if it gets to be 4 and you're the Titans and he's their 3rd best player on their board, I don't know what their board looks like. No one does, not even the geniuses who do all these mock drafts. What are you going to do? You're going to draft someone who's your 8th best player when the 3rd best player on your board is there? That's what you have to think about with all this. And by the way, I think Titans fans probably remember a running back by the name of Derrick Henry. It wasn't that long ago. I think he kind of impacted games, didn't he?
He did.
That is fair to say.
Absolutely.
And there's talk like he wasn't even. He wasn't he wasn't the pass catcher that supposedly Jeremiah Love is, right?
No, Derrick Henry was not a receiver whatsoever.
Right.
He actually did not have very good hands at all. And Love, you can line him up. The comp I've used is Bijan Robinson, who more than 20% of his offensive snaps with the Falcons this year was detached from the formation and was a significant factor in the pass game.
So what does the film specifically show you about his ability level and athleticism?
Love?
Yeah.
Well, there's really nothing he can't do. First of all, he's 212 pounds, so he's not a scat back. And he's a physical runner. And as you guys know, I don't need to tell you this. Anybody can see this. He's super explosive. And so, you're dealing with a back that can both be a grinder and a sustainer and keep you on schedule, and then a back that can take it to the house. So, look, over the last 2 years, and again, this gets into that philosophical discussion, you're not going to change people's minds. I'm sure there are people listening that are sitting here saying, Cosell doesn't know what he's talking about. You never draft a back that high. That's fine. I don't have a problem when people disagree. I'm not one of those people. But you're dealing with a guy that is, can keep you on schedule, can take it to the house. I think that helps your offense. He's a good player and potentially a great player at the NFL level. So, like I said, I guarantee on pretty much everybody's board in the league, he's a top 5 player.
Okay, so I know you said you can't change people's minds. Like, I'd be great if they drafted Jeremiah Love, but for our picks on who I thought they would draft, I actually put Sonny Styles down because I thought that he would be there then. So what does his team show?
I don't know, Dawn.
He's
a stacked linebacker. That's not a premium position. You never draft a stacked linebacker at number 4.
Don't
Come on.
do it, Cosell.
I know. So how would he fit with this Titans defense system?
Well, Sonny Styles, I think, fits in pretty much in any system. He's 6'5", he's 245. Again, I revisited him because I was watching the Ohio State defense, and he's just, to me, he's just scratching the surface. Don't forget, he's only played linebacker for 2 years. He was recruited as a safety, but he just got bigger and bigger and bigger. He's 6'5", 245. I'm sure most people listening, because they're draft people, are very familiar with what he did at the Combine, which was just absurd. So he's only going to get better as well. And, he's supposed to be an unbelievable young man. In a Robert Saleh system, and I'm not comparing him to Fred Warner, because Fred Warner's the best linebacker in football and will be a first ballot Hall of Famer. But in a Robert Saleh system, he played that position. And as I said, the one thing that I really noticed watching the tape was how good these guys were in underneath zone coverage. And that's something that is absolutely critical in a Robert Saleh system.
Yeah, it's interesting about him. Ramon Foster was watching Ohio State film for Arvell Reese, and he said Sonny Styles kept popping off. And he was
Always.
like, well, let me take a look at this guy. And now Ramon Foster is all in on Sonny Styles at 4.
Well, when you watch Ohio State, it seems like everybody jumps off the screen because everybody's a 5-star.
True.
I mean, Caleb Downs, too. You can knock out a lot of stuff with Ohio State film.
Now, again, he's another guy, safety. Oh, my God, you can't take a safety. This is the argument this year because this is the nature of this draft. You've got, you got Love, the running back. You got Styles, a stack backer. You got Downs, a safety. So what are you going to do? Not draft players that are ranked highly on your board in this draft just because of some, ideological, philosophical belief? To me, that's a little silly. I think you'll probably hear coaches say things like, you got to draft really good players, and I think you kind of go from there.
Cosell, question about Carnell Tate. Is he a guy that can be that receiver that you see taken in the first round and have impact throughout a career from what you've seen at Ohio State?
Yeah, the biggest thing about Tate this year, which was not the case in 2024, and I liked him a lot in 2024 too when I did him last summer, is he turned into a vertical dimension this year. Not because he's a true burner, but because he knows how to run routes. And he knows how to step on the toes of corners. He knows how to attack the leverage of corners, get their bodies turned and take advantage of it, and then get over the top of them. And he turned into a really big vertical, big play receiver. So the only question I have is, can he do that in the league? If he can do that in the league, then he's truly a first-round player and, and maybe even a top 12 type player. The one thing that he's not great at is he's not a run-after-catch guy. But that's okay. If he, at 6'2 plus, if he can be a vertical dimension because he does work the middle of the field well, then, you have something. So, to me, he's probably the number one receiver prospect in this draft. I'm just so anxious to see if at the NFL level he's a vertical dimension because, he's 6'2 plus. So the one thing he does have is stride length, and stride length is a trait.
Cosell, you said he knows how to step on the toes of corners. To people that don't know what that means, explain it.
Well, that means when you run your route, you don't want to break when there's a lot of cushion, a lot of space between you and the corner, because then you give the corner a time to react to you. So what you want to do is you want to run your route and try to get as close to the corner as possible, because the closer you get to the corner, the more he's concerned about you running by him. So what happens is then he turns his body one way or the other because he's worried about getting beat deep, and you can't backpedal to run with a vertical route. You've got to turn your body and run. So you want to run your route, your vertical stem, and get as close to him as possible. So in other words, you want your feet to get as close to his feet. So that's the phrase, step on his toes.
Love it.
Cosell, we did it. We made it.
Taking us to the board. I like it.
Here we go. It is almost time.
You guys are in the stadium. That's very cool. What's the weather like, guys?
It's hot as Hades right now.
She almost said something that rhymes with walls.
Yeah. From the window to the walls.
Hey, we really appreciate you hopping on with us a couple hours before the draft, man. Very, very good stuff, and we really appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, is the draft tonight? Do I have to watch that tonight?
I think you might want to.
Where are you taking it all
probably.
in?
All right, I guess I'll force myself.
Where will you consume it?
In my house, and I'll be very happy about that. In my sweats, in my house. Probably eating too much food, but I'll be enjoying it.
I love it. Thank you, Cosell.
Awesome. Thanks,
Have fun.
Cosell.
All right, guys, appreciate it. See you next week.
Oh, yay.
That's
install
right. The
coming
install
up next week.
Next Friday, May 1st.
I think our tickets still available?
Yeah, online, 1045thezone.com. I'm glad he said that. Greg Cosell and Mike Borgonzi. And
the newest guest.
And Buck Rising will be handling that. Slay Dog might MC a little bit. Big Savagery, your brother might MC a little bit.
It's a possibility a lot could happen.
Tickets on sale now for $50. To purchase tickets, visit 1045thezone.com. You want to tell the good people about Shoney's?
I would like to do that, Euro.
All right.
What's happening, good people? Growing up in Nashville area is where my love for Shoney's started. I grew up on Shoney's breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it's still one of the favorite places to enjoy a delicious meal, no matter what time of day. Shoney's all-you-can-eat fresh food bar is very, 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 very good. I promise you that, because I love it, and you'll love it the same. You can always get that all-American burger, the baked spaghetti, and, of course, breakfast served all day long. Don't forget about the world-famous hot fudge cake. That's the favorite for me. They also have family meals to go, which feeds groups of 4, 6, 8, or 12. Enough for your next family or work get-together. In any case, Shoney's has got you covered with comforting, family-friendly service that we like to call Southern hospitality with a twist. Stop by any Shoney's 4 locations in Middle Tennessee, Clarksville, Dixon, Lebanon, and on Donaldson Pike in Nashville. Shoney's, let's eat.
BrentwoodJewelry.com. That's a website you need to go to. 7012 Church Street in the heart of Brentwood. For more than 50 years, Brentwood Jewelry has been proudly serving the Middle Tennessee community with exceptional styles and exceptional deals every day. As a family-owned and operated business spanning 3 generations, they are deeply rooted within the community, from Salem's service in Special Forces to his sons serving as local firefighters. The Amamali family dedicated to giving back. Shop local. Shop Brentwood Jewelry. Brentwood Jewelry here to help you pop the question. If you're thinking about doing that, let these guys help you take the stress out of selecting the perfect engagement ring. They can help you find a beautiful ring in your ideal budget. Browse their incredible selection of one-of-a-kind rings, or talk with their custom-designed specialists to create a stunning ring as remarkable as your loved one. If you haven't already heard, Nashville's premier timepiece dealer, Brentwood Jewelry. Not only do they have the best selection of watches, they're also the go-to spot for pre-owned Rolexes, both vintage and current models. Own a fine pre-owned Rolex for a fraction of the cost, and every watch has been meticulously serviced to ensure the highest level of performance and is presented with a 2-year warranty. 7012 Church Street in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. Exceptional style, exceptional deals every day for more than 50 years. Visit BrentwoodJewelry.com. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay with you. Appreciate you being with us. And it is NFL Draft Day. Can't wait to talk about all of this tomorrow as we broadcast live from Titans House, the Titans season ticket holder event. We're looking forward to that. So we'll have all kinds of things going on for you there on the show, including maybe a surprise for you. My top 10 prediction. Number 1, Fernando Mendoza. Number 2, I'm going to flip these. David Bailey.
Why are you flipping?
Because of my theory about Bailey going to the Jets because they didn't bring him in for a 30 visit. So David Bailey 2. 3, Arvell Reese. 4, Jeremiah Love. 5, Jordan Tyson to the Giants.
That's
6,
aggressive.
Cornell Tate. 7, Sonny Styles. 8, Ruben Bain. 9, Francis, I always mispronounce this guy's name, Mauga, the offensive tackle from Miami. 10, Caleb Downs. That's my top 10. Jordan Tyson at 5 is aggressive.
Very aggressive. Now, not because of skill set, but because of medicals.
Right.
Strictly because of medicals.
It's funny, like, we keep having people tell us that people are kind of getting past that with his last-minute workout.
I'm great with getting past it, but are you going to get past it in the top
I wouldn't.
8? What do you have him in?
I wouldn't. But I think I think he goes 5 of the Giants. We'll see. I think, it's interesting. It's not like a lot of first-round graded talent necessarily. Like, there's nowhere near 32 first-round grades, right?
No.
What did we hear? 13 maybe? But it is fascinating.
I think 13's the consensus with everybody combined, yeah.
It is a fascinating draft from an entertainment standpoint for fans. Like, I think it's going to be a fun one to watch. And to Babs' point, what happens with Ty Simpson?
I think it's going to be a fascinating draft to watch.
Yeah. Does somebody go crazy with him and, like, trade into the first round and take him? I don't know. I think it's going to be good. One more hour of 3HL. Again, Titans Radio with incredible draft coverage coming at you tonight. We were talking with Rhett Bryan. They do have a seat for Coach Mack at the table.
Oh, we have our Coach Mack pins. I woke up this morning thinking about him because I was like, this is his favorite day, and he gets to see all the fans and talk to him, and him and Rhett get to break out their big board, and this was like this was his Super Bowl outside of the Super Bowl, Yeah. We are going to miss him so much tonight on that coverage.
That was definitely true. It was his, like, he loves all of it, but man, those draft broadcasts.
Those are his favorites.
Yep. More 3HL coming up. Appreciate you being with us. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
R.I.P. Coach Mack. We'll be right back.
I want to tell you about Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. If you need new replacement windows or doors, then you need to call Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville and get yourself Pellified, and they'll give you a deal. It's called the Dawn Deal. Do it every month. All you have to do when you schedule your free consultation is tell them, yo, give me the Dawn Deal. I know her. They'll take care of you. And for the month of April, it's 55% off Pella certified labor and 0% APR for 24 months, plus an additional 5% off all materials. Yeah, schedule a free consultation. Check out the Dawn Deal. And you can do it all online at PellaNashville.com.
What's happening, good people? You know what time it is. Got to get in there, too. PAI Medical. I just went in, man, had a procedure done. And listen, sunroof will be closed very, very, very soon. I can promise you that. And understand, it's fresh starts. If you've been looking in the mirror thinking about what I need to do to fix that thinning hair, I got the place for you. That's We Grow Hair. They're delivering incredible results with their advanced FUE hair transplant technique, a minimally invasive procedure where individual follicles are extracted and placed with precision. I'm talking about precision, people, for natural-looking coverage. It means a much faster recovery than those old strip method procedures that you've seen. Plus, this team has nearly 30 years of experience helping people get their hair and confidence back with proven permanent solutions and a reputation as one of the top clinics in the Southeast. You can go on my social media page and see my progress and see exactly what went down and how it went down, the whole shebang. They got it right there for you. Go to D-Ron Slay and check it out. And listen, when you go in there and tell them Big Slay sent you, they'll hook you up with $500 off your hair transplant procedure. That's real savings on real results. So this spring, perfect time. Make the change. 615-376-6010 or hit WeGrowHair.com and get back to the team that you trust.
Good evening, live from the Circus Sports at the Mid-Kentucky Downs studio. I'm Ross Johnston. It's finally draft day in the NFL with the draft set to begin here in a couple of hours in Pittsburgh, and the Las Vegas Raiders are on the clock with the first pick. Jordan Schultz reports that the high trade-up team that many are eyeing is the New Orleans Saints, who have the 8th pick. Schultz also reports that the Browns and Cardinals, who hold the 6th and 3rd pick respectively, are both looking to get out of their picks and trade back. The Titans hold the 4th pick tonight and have had many varying reports of who they might take or what they might do. The majority of final mock drafts today have had the Titans drafting Ohio State linebacker Sonny Styles. In some late NFL draft news, the Patriots announced that head coach Mike Vrabel will speak to the media before the draft. Also, multiple sources announced that Cowboys wide receiver George Pickens has signed his franchise tag. With Pickens making that move, he can now be traded at any time. For all your foundation repair and your waterproofing needs, visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans of Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Tonight, 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay with you. It is draft day. This is the last hour of the show before we can evaluate the pick tomorrow at Titans House. And we'll be on from 3 until 6 o'clock. In fact, Buck Rising and Cover 2 and 3HL will all be broadcasting live tomorrow from Titans House. It is draft day. Let's get you on board for posterity. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Go ahead and tell us who you want the Titans to pick at 4. If you want them to trade back, who do you think they get in that scenario? Man.
Yes, sir.
Almost here.
Can't get here fast enough. I'm telling you. I'm so glad we picked 4 so we can get ours and get out the way. Let everybody else start sweating. Because the Raiders, they'll get in and out. Who's after them?
You know what
Nobody
irritates me?
gets in and out.
The Raiders got to get in.
No, they won't. They'll wait until
They're dumb. They're dumb. That's why they
happens every year.
continue doing it.
Didn't the Titans do it last year? They
Yes.
didn't go all 10 minutes, but
Yeah.
they
Like everybody
Every
knows,
team does
man.
it.
Yeah.
Like, why though? Like, let's go, y'all. Let's get it over with.
Like the commissioner should open the draft by saying the Raiders take
He ought to tell
Fernando
him.
Mendoza,
Yeah, he ought to
Right.
tell him.
and the Jets are on the clock.
Exactly. Dude, you done had what? How many? You done had a year to pick this guy. You know what it is.
And then Arvell Reese or David Bailey at number 2.
Then it started to get dicey. Then the draft starts with us.
Well, Cosell likes both of those guys. Now, he said that Arvell Reese, if he goes to the Titans, will start as an outside linebacker, and then they figure out how to rush the passer with him. David Bailey is a defensive end with his hand in the ground.
Yeah.
In the Titans system. So that's the difference between those two players right there.
What if the Jets totally screw everybody up?
And take Love.
Yeah.
Or Jordan Tyson or something like that. I'm looking for the crazy.
Ty Simpson.
Or Ty Simpson. That would be something.
That would be something.
Boy, then you'd have incredible options at 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you want those options? All options ain't good options. Like, keep it to me where I know I can go get. No, don't open up everything for me. I like Love. Let me stay right there with Love. Unless you can go get Styles and Love.
So if Reese and Bailey are both there at 4 and they take Love, it's going to be fascinating to watch. It is anyway. It's going to be fascinating to watch the career trajectories of these guys. Kind of like Mariota and Jameis Winston, just a little bit different.
Yeah.
Back in the day when you had the choice of one or the other with Tampa anyway. And then it kind of fell to the Titans in that situation. It could fall to the Titans in this situation too, but it will be something that a lot of fans will pay attention to 3, 4, 5, 10 years down the road.
Absolutely.
Right? Because if Arvell Reese turns into like Javon Curse or something, and he's an All-Pro like 4 times, you run the risk.
See, that's what
And
I'm
they
saying.
pass on him?
We got to hit on one of them, man. Like it's time for us.
So that's my question. Are we overthinking this? If Arizona trades out, the Titans pick it 4. The pick is Jeremiah Love, right? Because if they trade out, somebody's trading up to get an edge rusher, the other one that's left.
Yep.
If Arizona picks at 3 and they take Love, the Titans take the other edge rusher, Arvell Reese or David Bailey, or to Babs and Savage's point, do they take Sonny Styles?
Yes.
I like
And
that
they
middle.
could have Sonny Styles no matter who's on the board.
Yep. I like that middle quarterback. on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
Been something that's been lacking. When you literally watch the Titans the last 3, maybe 4 years, like you saw that revolving door. I thought the most stability we got was my man that he loved to get the penalties. Went down to Houston with the Texans.
Azeez Al-Shire?
Azeez. Like, Azeez was making plays.
Love to get the penalties.
He's just going to get you some penalties. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't nothing like having that middle. The smaller guy that was there that ended up going to Miami, golly, I can't believe I can't remember.
Well, it's been a very stressful day for us today.
That too. But, like, him being in that spot. David Long Jr.
Yeah.
David Long was another one. Like, he could find it, but it's like he just wasn't big enough, just wasn't tall enough, just wasn't fast enough. The guy that went up there with Vrabel, Dr. Gibby.
Dr. Gibby.
Dr. Gibby. Like, look at the
You
revolving
remember
door.
Dr. Gibby.
Look at the revolving door we had. That man started in the Super Bowl.
No.
Yes, he did.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
And so Sonny
Isn't that
Styles,
crazy?
yes, it is.
6'5", 246, and ran a 4.46. And he was the green dot last
Come on,
year
man.
at Ohio State.
Give us somebody.
He's only played 2 years in middle linebacker. Came in as a safety. Remind anybody of Keith Bullock a little bit?
You give me a freak right there. I'll take a freak.
That's what
Exactly.
That's what KB did.
Yeah.
Safety at Syracuse and then linebacker.
Diagnose plays can be. Hey, man, that's.
You know the beautiful thing about
Edge is
this
cool.
for
I'm
me,
cool off
and
Edge,
I know people have their favorites and all this, but ultimately, like, the thing about this for me is that, like, I'm gonna like whoever they pick, right,
Yep.
at 4, because I like all these dudes.
Yeah.
Like, and the Titans are in a position where any of these guys can really help immediately.
Yeah.
I agree. And I hesitate to say this, but it's hard to screw up for when you're not talking quarterback, right?
Yeah. Don't screw it up.
Please don't put that in the universe, man.
I'm just
Don't
saying.
screw it up, Babsy. You can't screw it up.
A couple other stories out there.
Who? Kirby?
Russell Maryland,
Who's that?
defensive lineman from Miami back in the day.
Big tackle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Wow.
I said 4.
It's
And
funny.
you're not in the quarterback draft.
It's almost
Yeah.
it's almost as funny what triggers his brain as what triggers my brain into weird stuff.
I don't think either one of them are funny, honestly.
A couple of stories that are out there. George Pickens signed his franchise tag. So, of course,
that's
Stephen Jones said, we're going to do the franchise tag, and we're not going to negotiate a long-term
He
deal.
ain't going nowhere.
And he pointed out that it would be, like, if they did that with George Pickens, then they would have, like, the 2 highest-paid wide receivers in the NFL.
And they do.
With CeeDee Lamb. So the thought is that George Pickens may get traded today. Could Dallas end up with 3 first-round draft picks?
Man,
and then they could be wheeling and dealing.
Yeah.
I had a rep just hit me and asked me that exact same thing.
Oh, really?
Yep. Shout out Dr. Rob.
You and Dr. Rob are my best
That's
friends.
my buddy,
I
man.
love it.
What if the Titans trade the picks
By the
with
way,
the
for
Cowboys?
those that don't know, that's the doctor who replaced his knee.
That's
Yes.
right. Got me out here walking the right way. Not knock needed anymore. What if the Cowboys trade their pick and get Titans trade their picks with the Cowboys, get George Pickens and take Bain at 12, or the best available edge at 12? So, you know
What is
I ain't mad at
Pickens?
that.
I mean, Pickens comes with a got to give him a long-term
Yeah,
deal,
you gotta get a
right?
price tag. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
What's the price tag?
High.
Oh, I know it's high.
420 high. Like it's good gosh.
Well, I mean, Stephen Jones said they would have to make him they would end up with the 2 highest-paid receivers.
Oh,
So,
he's gonna ask for it.
yeah.
He's gonna ask for it. No, ain't no question about it.
And next guy up.
He saw the production though, but it was a
Dude.
contract year. It's too much of a headache for me. I'm cool on it.
No, I'm all
Yeah.
in.
You want Pickens?
I would love for the Titans to have an elite receiver
Ah, Babs.
with Cam Ward.
Isn't he kind of
Yeah.
kind of an off guy, though?
That's what I
Yeah.
felt. That's what I felt.
Not a bad guy, just
yeah,
kind
it's
of an
just,
off.
he just got his own route.
Yeah.
You know
So
what I
based
mean?
on what they've said about what they want in that locker room, I don't think they go that
Right. I don't listen. Not this early do we need a guy clouding Cam's judgment yet. Not yet.
There ain't no cloud in Cam's judgment.
that's part of the problem. So then George's going to be like, well, all right, well, you got it then. And go sit down.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? Like, I need you out there.
That's fair.
You think you know everything, QB1. All right, I'll be over here.
Show me.
Mr. Babb said Bain at 12, Omar Cooper at 20. Let's go.
You know, I ain't a fan of trading back, but I don't sound bad.
That doesn't sound bad. That's more of a position for Bain right there, 12.
Mm-hmm.
And you pick up an elite receiver?
No. What if somebody can throw a draft pick in for next year?
And
I think that I'm sold on it.
I'm
It ain't
interested
happening.
to see.
I bet it does not happen at
You know,
all.
it happens every year when you get into the middle rounds, but I wonder how much of that will go on this year.
Yeah.
I don't know.
27 looking the way it's supposed to look.
Yeah. At least high end of the draft.
Right.
It looks like that.
Right.
The other story that's out there,
Oh, boy. Are you going Vrabel?
the Patriots just announced that head coach Mike Vrabel will speak before the NFL draft begins. They say it's going to be 6:20 p.m. Central Time.
So Babs asked the question.
Available
what pick
to
do they have?
reporters.
They have the 31st pick.
They have the 31st pick. So he will not be available starting at the end of this draft tonight all the way through because he's going to counseling. So he's going to miss the third day.
He's missing Saturday, yes.
So you don't need to come out. You don't need to come out and announce that, right? Since we already know it.
We already know it.
We know that part.
Is he going to announce
What
that
are
he's stepping?
reporters going to ask him?
Is he announcing that
Right.
he's stepping down?
It's not a press conference. It's just
Him speaking.
no. It's reporters. It's reporter availability.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's according to Rap Sheet.
Does this happen?
That reporters will have availability at 7:20 with Coach Vrabel.
Does this happen?
So
Yes,
I'm sure it's at
7:20
the
Eastern.
Sorry,
Yeah,
yes,
we'll
7:20
make that.
Eastern. I'm assuming it's at the podium, but it's not him like coming out to do a. He
Yeah.
already did his prepared statement
Yeah.
today.
He's done two of them.
Exactly.
Well, one was
There's a lot of stuff to follow.
The first one was.
they denied both of them.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
Completely
Follow
questionable.
both of these statements. But does this
There's
happen?
a lot of new stuff that has come out now.
That's all I'm saying.
There's so many more pictures. There's them together laughing at a casino pictures.
After being fired.
Right after he got fired from the Titans. That was 2024. There's pictures of them kissing and Vrabel like holding her leg in a bar in New York in 2020.
Nope.
I mean, there's no denying at this point. There's now pictures from Arizona where it was just them two at breakfast, nobody else.
Does he take a leave of absence?
There's no way.
Like he just.
I think he does.
He just
There's
spoke
no
to
way.
ESPN. That's why this is weird to me.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
because
the
now I
problem.
think more stuff has come
More
out.
stuff. Ultimatum may be out there somewhere.
From the wife.
Yeah.
Big Savage, are you going to stop by?
I don't know. I know they're doing something with Coach. I don't know. Am I supposed to?
They're doing some Times Radio stuff.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. So he might try to pop down? Is that what it is?
He's going to try. Yeah. They're going to try. I don't know how long that's going.
I told
Like,
Babs in the break, man, I can barely even think right now.
No, yeah. It's
I'm
hey, man.
spent. My energy level, all time
Yeah,
low.
I'm scrambled egg. I just was able to come back.
It's the heat, y'all.
heat. I mean,
this is
people-
getting us ready for training camp.
Well,
Mini
no,
camps
we can
and
wear
training
hats out
camp.
there.
There's been a lot going on.
There's a lot more than the
And-
heat, yeah.
Yeah.
We need
Our
to,
thermometer says 114 degrees where we're sitting right now.
we do
Yeah,
need to
right.
thank the people behind the scenes that have been
Absolutely.
scurrying around trying to help get this thing going and
Ross
stay
and
going. And
Buckner and Mason back at the station.
I told Ross in the break, I said, our thermometer reads 118.2 or something. He goes, my armpits are 118.2.
Ain't nothing to it.
Moses, Kirby Allen
Nothing
Kirby,
to it.
CJ,
Yep.
appreciate everybody. Paul, back at the station. Yeah, it's been a day. But we're all here for the NFL draft. That is for sure. And may hop up into the Titan season ticket holder event over there in the club level. So if you're
The
going up
lights
there,
on in the stadium.
we may be up there. Cliff, too. Appreciate everybody helping. Appreciate y'all fighting through it, too. And hope you're excited about tonight for sure. And then we will evaluate tomorrow. We'll reconvene tomorrow. 3HL, more next on 104.5 The Zone.
medicalhousecalls.com. That's where you need to go if you and your family are juggling sickness. Maybe you don't have time with work schedules and family schedules and extracurricular schedules to be down or wait for a doctor's appointment that works perfect for you. That's where Medical House Calls comes in. They have IVs for wellness that can help get working parents back on your feet. They have IVs for active recovery from workouts. They have urgent care at-home visits, primary health care at-home visits, IV therapy. They even do medical weight loss. All you do is you call or text Medical House Calls to 615-838-2375. Their teams assess what you need within minutes. You book your visit, and boom, medical providers at your door to deliver you the care that gets you back as soon as possible. This is the beautiful part of medicalhousecalls.com. 7 days a week, Monday through Sunday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. with same-day appointments available and next-day guaranteed. 615-838-2375 is your number, or medicalhousecalls.com.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Britt Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay, broadcasting live from Nissan Stadium. They've got the Titans draft party set up on the field. What is that surface they put over the grass?
I don't know. That's like I don't know. You're right.
It looks like a puzzle.
Yeah, that little plexi plastic stuff. Like you used to have it in kindergarten.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
It hurt when you fall on it.
Yeah, it's like plastic.
Yeah, it hurts. That's some bad boy stuff right there.
And they do have some inflatables for the kids down there.
What the heck?
Is that a Waymo vehicle down there?
No. It better not be. I saw Waymo by the station just sitting there.
Like in the street?
Yeah, but there's little things spinning. There's little cameras and stuff spinning. Like what you doing? Ain't nobody there or nothing. Like, that was the weirdest thing. Like,
you know what the Waymo is to like the rest of the car world?
A problem.
Waymos are like Don's crazy dog.
See?
Just out there running around.
I get it.
Or maybe the one-eyed groundhog you had for a while.
Oh, yeah.
That just went in circles?
I missed that little thing.
The one eye.
Yeah, what happened to that guy?
Oh, I'm sure he got eaten.
Both eyes.
Right?
Savage said they are getting down right now, so I don't think he's going to be able to make it.
Does that mean he's dancing?
No.
Are they at the club? There's a big stage. They're going to do, I think they're doing Titans cheerleaders finals or something.
Yeah.
Tonight, too.
Yep.
They are?
I think that's what they were rehearsing earlier.
No, those are the Titans cheerleaders.
I think I heard that
I think
somewhere.
some other ones come down, too. I think Amanda said her daughter is in some competition with them, too.
Okay.
But anyway,
Y'all are
if you want to consume the draft with a bunch of Titans fans,
Come on over.
Titans draft party. And then in the West Club level, that's where they have a Titans season ticket holder event. And Bully's got his thing going. Mm-hmm. Football and other F words have their thing going.
There is something to do everywhere.
Yeah, they're in downtown Franklin. Bully's over in Midtown.
Yep.
So there's a lot going on, no question about it. Is there a business angle to the selection of this pick? I've been hearing a lot about, well, they need to take Love because they need to sell jerseys and put fans in the seats and all this stuff. And I just, every time I hear that.
I'm so glad you brought this up.
Every time I hear that, I just think, like, a football general manager isn't thinking like that. Now, the Titans are near the bottom in ticket sales and merchandise sales.
Yeah, it's because you don't win.
That's right. But a football guy is not going to make a football decision based on those things. Marketing.
That's right about that. You got to win.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So the only way that happens is if, like, an owner does that.
Right.
And then...
And if your owner is stepping in like that during a draft day, you're screwed anyway.
The GM's not going to stay here very long.
No.
So I don't think that's going on at all.
No,
absolutely
I don't think
not.
so either. Yeah, you don't want to take the power out of
ticket sales does not come into play to me at all.
Now, that is an added bonus if he is the guy that you want and he is the number one player on your board and he's still there at 4. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's an added bonus because we would see so many Love 4 jerseys.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end of the day,
he won't be 4,
you sell tickets by winning games.
Correct.
Period.
And you also understand if it's a guy like that, then he better be like Dion because he better be on punt return, kick return, defense, like
that guy in high school.
Yeah, like
what?
Like
never comes off the field.
Sales. Yeah, ticket sales. Oh, he better be electrifying then. That's not electrifying. Doesn't add up to wins. Not in this game. Sorry. So.
Yeah, I wonder what y'all thought about that because every time I hear that, I'm like,
I think it's dumb.
Football GM's not making.
No, it's not. It's not bad. It's especially in football. It's too many moving parts.
Now, okay.
Basketball, yes.
Yeah.
You got to put some butts in some seats.
Also, let me say this: if let's say two players are equal, right?
Yeah.
And or fall at the same spot on your draft board, then maybe that moves the needle to which one you take.
We can think about it. Yep.
But to me, it's a last resort even to talk about.
Yeah, you ain't stretching out for that.
Because like I said, all you do is win games, and that is how you sell tickets.
Yep.
So Jeremiah Love, number 4 at Notre Dame. Wandale Robinson is number 4.
Oh,
with the
that
Titans.
ain't happening.
So that's not happening.
Huh?
Did he wear other numbers?
Yeah, Hitman said that he wore 21 initially at Notre Dame. Is that the number?
He come on down here with 21.
That's a running back number right there.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to listen, man. You got new.
No, it was 12.
That's even better.
It's Mason Kinsey.
Oh, Mason's already got his contract written up.
Hey, listen up, brother. You probably going to make more selling me that number than you going to get, you know what I mean, in this year. So
yeah.
Just go and get that up. Don't even trip off that.
I think he just got married. That's perfect.
Mason Kinsey did?
I think. Here's your wedding present.
Why do you know that?
I don't know. I follow him on Instagram. I actually like Mason Kinsey.
No,
I do too.
Yeah,
he's a really good
He's a good dude. He's entertaining too at practice.
You got a whiteboard for it.
Like when they have,
he talks some smack now.
When they have joint practices, he's always running. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Britt Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay broadcasting live from Nissan Stadium. Phil Yates, final mock draft. Sonny Styles to the Titans at number 4, for whatever that's worth. Alabama has reached a new 7-year contract with Kalen DeBoer that will pay him $12.5 million per season. Bama fans, you good with this? 8 losses in his first 2 seasons.
Oh, yeah, that's normal. It's life. Life in the SEC. Welcome to it. This is what reality feels like when you play college football without a God.
7 years.
Just saying.
See what they're paying his GM, too?
GM getting the bankroll, too?
Yep.
That's funny. He finished 17th in year 1.
3-something million.
And 9th in year 2.
Did you see, you probably got it down. The other contract extension? Jeff Brom? Oh, yeah.
Louisville?
Yeah, buddy. He hit him hard, too.
He needs to be paid. Louisville is going to be a problem this year in basketball and football.
Yeah, they sure letting it be known. Hold on, I'm going to tell you here.
While you look it up, Falcons edge rusher James Pierce Jr. entered into a 6-month pretrial intervention program. If conditions are met, all charges will be dismissed. No jail time, no admission of guilt. The NFL says they are closely monitoring the situation.
Jeff Brom.
What you got?
8 years, $64 million extension.
Damn.
At Louisville?
At Louisville. Contract extension through 2033.
Wow. I know he's one of them,
Pete
but.
Nakos. Yep.
Huh.
They were in contract talks in the fall. They got it done right here in the spring.
The last non-Titans thing I had today, I want to throw at you, Slay. Kim Caldwell lost her entire Lady Vols roster except for one recruit. In the last 2 weeks, she has added 9 players to the one. She now has 10 players. And they are players.
Yeah.
Statistically, at least.
Right.
Now, a few of them come from lower level. But Kaylin Schmeichel, is that how you pronounce her name? From Maryland, 6 foot, averaged 17.2 points in her career, 4.5 rebounds, 56 threes last year.
Maryland was good last year, too.
Fatima Jana, we talked about yesterday, 6'2", averaged almost a double-double at Texas A&M. Koulibaly, 5'10", from Auburn, 10.4 points, 3 rebounds, started 18 games as a freshman.
Good play.
Riley Thurkoff, Georgia's leading three-point shooter, 71 threes, 40.6%.
Yeah.
11.9 points. Harper Peterson, 6'3", former Stanford player, didn't play much. Zencraft, 6'2", former Georgia player. She hired a Georgia assistant coach, so that explains the 2 Georgia ladies. Naomi White averaged 20.8 points at Northern Arizona. And Avery Mills, 15.3 points at Liberty. Both of them three-point shooters.
Good for them.
All right.
So
pick 4.
I cannot get away on my Twitter timeline from anything other than Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini news. And somebody just said, oh my gosh, is Mike Vrabel resigning at 6:20 Central Time? I'm like, there's no way. There's no way, right? It's time away from
the first 2 things
the building. And
the first 2 things I thought, is he resigning or is he taking a leave of absence? Because he already told everybody what's happening Saturday, and he's missing Saturday. So kind of a weird situation. The thing about that, though, is in the news
all
cycle
over my timeline
until the draft starts.
I know. So
and then the draft will take over.
Thank goodness.
News cycle, man, doesn't last long.
Well, it depends on what he says at 6:20, though.
Or if wild pictures keep coming out.
Man.
Just saying.
Timelines on babies and all kinds of stuff out there. It's crazy.
It is wild. It can only get wilder with an announcement.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see how this will play out. I just
whatever
don't know
this is,
why you coming to the mic to speak.
Right, it's fuel.
Yeah. Like, you did it. And, I mean, you doing what you got to go do. Like, you're away from it. You already announced it.
That's why it's weird to me.
Exactly. Like, what's the next step? Next step is the extreme. I walk away.
Yeah. Or take a leave of absence.
Yeah, or leave of absence. Yeah, like.
GM's got it. The funny thing about that is, you know how much control Vrabel loves to have in a building.
Exactly. On this time right here, draft time.
Oh, he's such a control freak, too.
Yep.
And he wants to get his, comments and scouting reports known.
Does anybody like Rossini ever making a statement?
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Would Rossini make a statement, y'all think?
I mean, I don't know what she can say.
Yeah.
Her last statement was, "I resigned," and like no accountability for any of it.
Yeah. Man.
I mean, what a mess. But like, there's pictures of them together back to 2020. You're talking a 6-year affair.
Yeah.
Or friendship with benefits.
Yeah. Just a little intel. That's all.
I guess. That's crazy. But I mean, we all kind of said stuff, right? When she would break Titan. We knew every single thing she broke Titans related came straight from Vrabel.
That was my thing. It was in our face the whole time.
Yeah.
So, resign, step away, leave of absence. Those are the two of the same things.
Yeah.
But I just think it's such a weird play that it's got to be something like that, right?
Yeah. I think so.
So, okay, this is what I think happens. Ready?
Here we go. Give it to us, Babsy.
He steps away. No time frame on it, just going to step away to focus on himself and his family, and he'll be back by mid-training camp ready to coach next season. Is that not exactly what will probably happen?
I mean, that's what I thought immediately because I didn't think it would resign.
But maybe
I think it would
step away.
Those are the two things that I thought immediately. Either leave of absence or resign. And resign, I don't think he has it in him to do that.
No.
What's Vrabel's biggest thing? Being able to control the locker room.
Do you lose this with this?
I mean, you're a player.
Or do you care? As a player, do you even care?
As a professional player.
It stays right, but that's why I think he's able to cross the line into the manhood that's developed as human beings and all. Like, that's one of the things you feel what I'm saying?
And accountability.
Yeah. Like X and O's, I think it stays on the field. It is what it is.
Yeah.
We business. We got a job to do. Hell yeah, coach me up. But the first instance it comes to me getting in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, did y'all find him the same way? Like, it's automatic.
Yeah.
It's automatic for me.
So he loses that side of his credibility.
Yeah, like what? That's what he leans on.
The personal relationship, human interest kind of side of credibility.
What he leans on. The X and O, like I hate to use this as an example, but
oh, please do it now.
So we got Coach Green. Coach Green's my guy. You know what I mean? I mess with Coach Green, but I saw Coach Green probably 3 times outside of the basketball arena.
Oh yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, we getting on the bus, planes,
liquor store.
Like what? Like, dog, like you.
Yeah.
It's nothing you can tell me as far. We getting fried too. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
yeah.
Before the game, it's respect. You know what I mean? But no, don't get on here and don't try to discipline me, dog.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
No, I totally see what you're saying.
Yeah, you out here with one side of one shoe.
NFL's a little different though because it's a business, right?
Really, absolutely.
And you know that going in.
Absolutely, no question. I'm just, man. There's some strong personalities in that league too, though.
No, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
I totally see what you're saying.
Stuff like that and it's all good until my back against the wall.
Right.
And then it's no longer team, it's individual. I got to protect myself. Man, you got me messed up, dog. Who is you talking to?
Yeah.
Like, no, y'all got to let's bring everything to the table then. You know what I mean? Like, that's that, man.
I totally see what you're saying.
That's going to be interesting to see, man.
So 6:20, like a little bit after when we go off air.
Yep, he'll be live.
Does Titans Radio start right at 6?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So they'll be, Rhett B will be on.
We have a hard out.
Waiting for it.
Man, their broadcast coverage is incredible.
I know.
Yeah.
We're going to miss Coach Mack.
Coach
much.
Mack. Rep B is doing some stuff to honor him.
Yep.
So
we got pins. We got Coach Mack pins.
Yep. I'm putting mine on my hat. I got to wait until I get to my hat.
He's got his big draft book. He's going to put in front of Coach Mack's seat. They're going to have a seat for Coach Mack. As if he were there. So, yeah, that's a sad part, obviously. But they will do an incredible job tonight. Titans on the clock for pick 4.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm with you about Fernando Mendoza. Just go ahead and announce that. Let's not wait 10 minutes or whatever it is.
Well, we know. And if we don't know, it's a problem that we don't know.
What if they drafted Ty Simpson?
Exactly. That's like if you're gonna mess it up, mess it all the way up. And I don't even know if that's messing it up. Just who go get Mendoza after though?
Probably the Jets, right?
Jets.
Feel me? Then we got a new draft.
Yeah. Jets need a quarterback. Arizona needs a quarterback. What do the Steelers do? Aaron Rodgers still hanging out there.
I can't wait to see what happens with Ty Simpson. That's my biggest question mark in this draft. And the fact that he's there makes me think that teams have talked to him. You know?
You just ain't popping up at this bad boy, man.
I mean, you're not, are you?
I wouldn't. Like, I'm going to be hot at my agent. I'm going to be like, hey, come on, dog. Why you bring me out here?
Yeah.
Like, they had to guarantee something. Yeah.
But what if they guarantee it and then, like, the board falls differently and whoever guaranteed him.
Yeah, they wrong. Me and my agent got a conversation there. You probably won't even be my agent no more. I'm going to be real like that. No. You can't hang me out like that in front of the world, man.
That's why, I mean, I think that whole thing is, I don't know how they can promise him.
Right.
But, you know, Bab said earlier, if they didn't promise him, maybe it's just, hey, man, this is a lifetime experience. Let's go do it.
Get a flex.
I'd do it for just the experience.
Yeah. And if you follow
And
the
the
second round, you
swag
follow the
bags.
second round.
I'm going to get all the gear and everything.
I'm going to get all the swag bags, all the gear.
I'm taking people's. I'm bringing
I'll be
it
like,
back.
do you want to interview me? Come on, come interview me.
Yep.
Let's go.
Wasn't
No
Shedeur
pressure,
Sanders there?
just there for fun.
No.
Wasn't
No,
Shedeur Sanders?
No,
he had
he
it at
had
his
that massive
His
party.
house.
Yep,
Remember?
at his house. Yep.
That's
There was
right.
like
He
$1 million
performed after.
in balloon arches or something.
There have been guys that go and don't get picked until like the fourth round, and then I can't remember who it is.
Malik Willis did it.
Yeah, but there was a guy that was like in the fourth round, and he came out, and he was so happy.
Really?
He was like slapping, hugging the commissioner,
I
like he wanted
that.
his moment.
I like that, yeah.
Screw
Let me get
it.
on up here.
I'll be here.
Yeah, y'all got 10 minutes to waste anyway. Let me get up here.
Yep. Big Jeff going to be involved.
Yeah, Big Jeff Collin went out.
I think tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then one of the International Titans fans. I forget who the third one was. There are three.
In Pittsburgh.
You remember Bully did it last year?
Yeah.
And he was like, I just want an easy name.
Yeah.
And then he gets like the hardest name ever.
Yep.
Femi Oladejo, wasn't it?
Yep.
I mean, it's not hard now, but think about
Right.
it.
Yeah.
At
but-
that time, yeah. Femi. Yeah, that was good, though.
What did Vince Young call Harold Landry? Honor?
Honor Landry.
Sure
That
did.
one goes down
What
forever.
pick was Landry? Was Landry high?
Yeah.
He was high?
Yeah.
Top 10-ish?
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
No.
It would have had to have been a second-round pick for
was-
Vince Young
yeah.
to do it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're
But
right.
that's high. Sorry.
Yeah.
To me, a second round pick
yeah.
is high.
Yeah, it is.
What was Landry?
I don't know. You after it?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I'm skeptical
Yeah,
on
second
edges for some
round,
reason.
I was
40. He was 41st overall.
I remember trying to get Bully to say, please say Honor Landry first. And then say the real name. He's like, no, dog, that ain't cool, man. I love Bully. He's going to be over in Midtown doing some stuff.
Little duck blind.
Duck blind. Riley Green's duck blind.
Yep, they got a whole little itinerary.
He's going to be upstairs.
I think so.
And then the Titans obviously have the club level on the west side for the season ticket holders.
West side.
And then a bunch of fans are down below on the field.
Already down there rolling in it. Playing cornhole. They got the music jamming, the vendors out. A lot of Titans jersey. I don't see a lot of new jerseys yet. A lot of the old Titans jerseys. So a throwback year for us in the throwback stadium.
You want to name some of them we see?
Yeah.
Derrick Henry, Steve McNair.
Yep.
Oh, there's a lot of McNairs
It
out
is.
there.
There should be.
Derrick Henry right here.
06.
I saw a guy wearing a
that's personal.
Titans jersey that said, Yak God.
Oh, there's a Cam Ward.
Like that.
There's
Where?
a Will Levis.
With Levis
Walking
hanging
down the
around?
stairs.
And-
Levis, Cam Ward, and Derrick Henry.
No disrespect to Yak God, but he didn't really look like yards after catch guy to me. I
want
mean,
that
I don't
shirt.
know.
Maybe he was thinking yak, like cognac. God.
I see a lot of Cam Ward.
You know what some guy
jerseys.
told me
Let's do it.
at the casino yesterday at Circa?
What?
He was like, man, I recognize your voice. I love 3HL, all this stuff. And he goes, I said, what's your name, man? And he goes, Bud Man. And you can take that however you want.
Bud Man.
Bud
Oh,
Man.
Bud Man.
B-U-D.
Okay. I was gonna
Bud
say
Light.
that. Yeah.
Bud, that kind bud.
Yep.
420.
Yep. Hey.
Just your bud. That's your buddy.
Hey.
What did you
Bud.
call it when everybody made fun of you? Pot?
Pot.
Pot Man.
I called it pot, which
Yeah.
nobody calls it pot.
No, I don't think so, baby.
By the way, did you know tomorrow?
Flower
Are you smoking pot?
Tomorrow we will be at Titan's house from 3
Yep.
until 6 o'clock. Buck Rising will do his show there. Cover 2 will do their show there. We will be there from 3 until 6. You know what tomorrow is also?
What?
Special guest.
National Skipping Day.
Oh, skip school and come see us.
I was gonna say skip work.
Oh, you mean skipping like the movement of running and skipping?
I think skipping is kind of a lost art. I don't see enough people skipping anymore.
Skipping class. Skipping.
Like skipping. Not running, not walking, but skipping.
Yeah, I think skipping kind of done.
Kirby with an eye says she's really good at it.
At skipping. I think people like do a light jog now.
I've never seen her run. I've never seen Dawn run. And I told Dawn, I've never seen you run. And then I was at the coffee machine, and she went running down the hall, and I go, I saw you run.
There you go. It only takes once.
It is also National Pigs in a Blanket Day.
Oh, jeez. Can we not bring that
Pancakes
up ever
and
again?
sausages for everybody. I'll bring them in.
It's amazing how many varied definitions of pigs in a blanket there are for
I'll bring
people.
them into the studio tomorrow. Oh, no, we'll be at Titan's house.
Titan's
I'll bring
house.
them into Titan's house tomorrow. You want pigs in a blanket with syrup, Babs?
Yeah.
See?
Are you going to make them out of the Cracker Barrel pancake mix?
I'm skeptical on that right now.
All right, real quick before we go away.
Last pick.
Before we go away.
Yeah.
We're going
before
away.
we're done. Who do the Titans pick it for?
Jeremiah Love.
Slay?
Love Daddy. We've been talking about this for 2 months.
I know, but now we're putting him on the spot, and
Yeah.
he can't say two players. And
I'm going to
combine them
go.
into
Oh,
one.
that's right. Because you were Jeremiah Styles.
I'm going. I'm going to have to go with Jeremiah Love.
Jeremiah Love.
Really?
I want to go with you.
I'm going Sonny Styles.
I want to. What's up, my man? At all, baby. You
What up,
better
big dog?
believe it. Yes, sir. Yeah. I would listen, man. I want to go with Sonny Styles. I'll tell y'all what I'm not feeling. I'm not feeling an edge.
You're not feeling an edge at 4?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't want an edge. Don't want an edge. Texas Tech guy,
David Bailey.
David
David
Bailey.
Bailey. I don't want him.
And based on what Cosell said, he's a defensive end in a 4-3.
Not at 4. 12, I'll take Bain. If we move up from 35,
Do you want to trade back?
absolutely not.
Do you want to trade back?
I would love to trade back and get the Penn State
do it,
offensive
y'all.
guard and
Life's not the
Messidor and Denzel Boston at 35. I don't think Dallas is going to do that deal, though. I think George Pickens is going to get traded.
I think all our hope is lost if we trade back.
All hope is lost.
Yeah.
But get Bain at 12?
Yes.
Then you're back on it?
Down back on it. So if you want to play these little mental games with me? Then y'all can, Titans.
I want to be with you when they make this pick.
Dog, just make the right pick, man. Like Babs always says, don't screw it up.
Don't screw it
This
up.
ain't the time.
Titans Radio is about to take over.
Yeah.
You want to go ahead and get on out of here?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Thank you guys for including us in your day and in your lives. We do not take that for granted, nor do we take that lightly. We certainly hope that we were able to put a smile on your face at some point today. If you would have been here, you would have had that. That's for sure. 3HL is organized chaos. Sometimes it's not very organized, but it's still chaotic, and we have fun with it. Thanks to everybody behind the scenes that made today happen. Let's go. Have a great night. Good night. God bless.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be unless you were getting the number 4 pick, Jeremiah Love.
Tighten up.
Number 1 pick.